Rich Eisen Show Radio Network at the Rich Eisen Show desk, furnished by Grainger with supplies and solutions for every industry. Grainger has the right product for you. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by. I'm sure Cooper does.
I know that. I know better than to do that. Like, I know what time you're coming back.
It's okay.
It's Cooper really wants a Hyundai.
It's fine. He's going to get a trip to Angel Stadium tonight.
I mean, he's 14, so we have time. Yeah, he's so excited.
We're going tonight. We're going tonight. We're going Friday. We're going Sunday. Every other day.
Wow, a lot of baseball. Love it.
It is. The
Great.
Yankees are in town. The Yankees are in town. So, good to see you.
Hi.
Kylie Kelsey is your guest.
She is. We're going to hear what she thinks about the tush push.
Hey, now.
She's going to tell us what she thinks about grown men saying tush push, because you know how we feel about that.
We don't like it either, right? We're referring to brotherly show around
we
here.
say it 12 times a show. It should be
It's so crazy.
Well, if somebody else, we can't do it when John,
not call
like
it
the Bills do it.
Sure you can, because it's their move.
Yep.
You know?
So Kylie's going to be on. Not Gonna Lie is back tomorrow. And so we're excited to have her back after a break.
Okay.
Home and away. I mean, it's kind of a home for me. Would love to be in away, but just saying.
Very good. Women's Sports Now being recorded today. It'll be available tonight on the Roku channel at the stroke of midnight. Jeff Garland took all your time, which I'm sure you're not terribly upset about.
It's not the first time that's happened.
Hey, now. Women's Sports Now will be back to wrap this show on Roku in a sec.
Only 29% of the Earth's surface is land, which is not a lot. So if you want to see more of the world, you have to reframe the way you travel. Embark on an expedition cruise with National Geographic Lindblad Expeditions. Learn more alongside seasoned experts sailing aboard small ships made for exploring. Don't just see the world, see it differently. National Geographic Lindblad Expeditions. Visit natgeoexpeditions.com/cruises to learn more.
This Military Appreciation Month, Navy Federal Credit Union celebrates the service, sacrifice, and commitment of service members and veterans in going above and beyond for us every single day. One of my favorite moments of the draft is a military moment when we pause from all the proceedings and applaud those in the military who stand on the stage and deserve all the love that they get. If you're active duty, a veteran, or part of a military family, you're eligible to join. At Navy Federal Credit Union, our members are the mission. Learn more at NavyFederal.org/celebrate. Navy Federal is insured by NCU.
Aces for Autism, a nonprofit, is here to provide opportunities for individuals with autism and their families. A place of hope, joy, and success. Whether it's helping a child make their first sound or preparing a young adult for vocational opportunities, we provide support where it wasn't available before. You can help us support families by supporting Aces for Autism's Team Together campaign. There are many ways to participate, such as buying a brick or sponsoring a room. To learn more about our state-of-the-art facility, visit acestogether.com.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, get rid of unwanted hair and under-eye fat pads? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar MediSpa for a free consultation and ask about our newest technologies and treatments. Learn more at beautybarmedispa.com, Red Banks Road, Greenville. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation, and go Pirates.
Hey there, Eastern North Carolina, Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood. The Brown & Wood service specials include a tire price match guarantee, a $199 AC Delco front brake pad installation special. We also have a brake rotor rebate of $40 and a synthetic oil change on most vehicles for $89.95. Don't forget, free pickup and drop-off at Brown & Wood. 89 years in business, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal: to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Overtime's Tavern is officially open in downtown Greenville. Whether you're craving a cold drink, hot meal, or just a place to unwind with friends in a laid-back atmosphere, we've got you covered. Join us daily from 11 a.m. to midnight every day, or stick around for our late-night hours on the weekends. Follow Overtime Tavern on Facebook or Instagram for daily specials and events, including live music. OT's is right across from the Sheets on Charles Boulevard in downtown Greenville. Overtime's Tavern, where every hour feels like overtime.
Looking for an adventure that's refreshing in more ways than one? Welcome to River Vibes, where nature meets flavor. Freely paddle through the stunning Pamlico River on one of our kayaks or stand-up paddle boards. After your adventure, cool down with one of our mouth-watering smoothies, refreshers, boba teas, or fresh juices. Plus, grab some awesome River Vibes gear to remember the day. River Vibes, where every moment is a splash of fun. Visit us in historic downtown Washington or on Facebook or Instagram. time. Ride, relax, and refresh at River Vibes.
Get ready, Pirate Nation. The 42nd Annual Washington Summer Festival is back, June 13th and 14th on the beautiful Washington waterfront. Enjoy live music by Craig Woolard and the Embers, incredible food, local craft vendors, and an amazing fireworks show lighting up the sky. 2 days of fun, flavor, and family-friendly entertainment. It's the summer kickoff you don't want to miss. Come celebrate the tradition, the music, and the magic at the Washington Summer Festival. For more information, visit the Summer Festival on Facebook.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. Book today at aa.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American flights perfect for your next trip. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
If you missed Pirate Radio Live, you missed.
The most difficult part, obviously, is getting that ball up there and making it a catchable pass. And, man, you held up your end of that bargain. That was a great throw.
Dude, I think that was the easiest part because I was so jacked up, there was no way I wasn't going to get it to him. If you watch the video, he fumbled it a couple times.
Maybe the toughest part was him catching it. Okay, you're right.
Yeah, I think that was the one. He was Grace was there. My fiance was with him, and then his fiance was there, too. And Grace said he was nervous. He was a nervous wreck up there before I went.
Pirate Radio Live, weekdays from 3 to 6, right here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
Afternoon, everybody.
We got Jarrett here. Hey, Jarrett.
Hey.
Man, we got left side.
Strong side.
What's up, Chandler? How you?
The little guy. It was just such a fresh of breath air.
Well said, John.
Come on, Chuck. I will read it verbatim. The Masters tournament is special.
Hold on, you'll read it what?
Verbatim. Verbatim.
How do you spell that? That word you just said, how do you spell it?
I have no clue.
Say it one more time. You're going to read it
verbatim.
That's how you said verbatim.
Verbatim. That's what I said.
No, you did not.
I said verbatim.
Nope. None. No. There's a very low percentage of this that is smiles and glory holes. Very low percentage.
Loneliness is worse than COVID. It's a proven fact.
I'm not talking about this.
Correct.
That's all. I love y'all, man.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome in to a Wednesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Hey, the sun decided to come out on this Wednesday after some days of rain. We welcome you into our program on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250, 930 online, PR927FM.com, and you can find us on YouTube, Pirate Radio TV, as we will be interacting with the chat gang for the next 3 hours. What is on your sports mind? I got to imagine ECU baseball is the main topic, and the main thing on your mind as the Pirates get ready for the Conway Regional. It'll be Coastal Carolina. It'll be East Carolina. It'll be for the Florida Gators and the Fairfield Stags. It begins on a Friday at noon with Florida ECU, and we'll break that one down coming up today with Kevin Brockway from the Gainesville Sun. He will give us the scouting report on the Florida Gators. We'll talk pitching, hitting, and how that team got to where they are, especially how they've been playing of late. So we got a Florida preview coming up on today's show. We'll talk about the Pirate side of things with a couple of former Pirate pitchers. We got a righty closing it out, Cory Scott in hour 3. Our starter, Evan Kruczynski, the lefty, will join us coming up at 4 o'clock. On the Pirate Radio Live line. We'll sprinkle in a couple of Pirate football players as well. Holton Naylor, we got him coming up in hour number 1. Raj Harris joining us in hour number 2. Rahjai going to join us from the hospital. Congratulations to Rahjai, baby number 2, daughter number 2 for Rahjai Harris. So we'll get an update on baby and mama and how everybody's doing, and talk to Rahjai coming up later on in today's show. And no Ken Watlington in studio, but we will talk to Ken on the phone. He is either en route or already in Raleigh, North Carolina, for Canes and Panthers coming up tonight. Game 5, an Undertaker gif of him sitting up in the coffin. The Canes were about ready to be buried, but said, not so fast, my friend. They get a win the other night, and they are back in it. They have it, and man, it's going to be rocking tonight. If they can get a win tonight, things certainly start to get a little interesting. So looking forward to talking with Ken about the Canes coming up on our show. So we got a busy 3 hours for you. We got Shirley Rhodes here. We got Jared Watkins here. We got left side.
Strong side.
Chandler Honeycutt is here. Hello, Chan.
Hello, Clipper.
Come on, Chan.
Happy hump day to you. Happy Wednesday. Happy Sports Trivia Wednesday to you.
Come on, Chan. We'll be at OT's tonight, Overtime Tavern, enjoying some lemon pepper wings, burgers. I still haven't had a wrap, which I hear are really good from there.
Have you had a burger?
Oh, yeah. I've had burgers. They got good burgers. Those wraps, though. I like. So when you go to the bar, the kitchen's basically behind the bar.
You can
see them grilling and cooking.
Yeah.
And when they prepare those wraps, they look dang tasty, let me say.
They're very good. I like the grilled buffalo chicken wrap. I think Bone is a fan of the Caesar wrap.
Big fan. I was having a good day, about to head out, go to Conway, South Carolina. And then I remember tonight is OT's trivia. No lemon pepper wings for me.
Too bad.
On the road to Conway, when you heading out?
Probably about 4:30.
You're going to the beach? You're going to get away?
I don't know. I'm not driving.
Do you pack clothes to sleep in?
I pack clothes for every situation.
Good. I understand you've been told what to pack and how to pack. And good thing you got Jenny going with you, or you'd be lost.
Yeah, I've never been on a vacation. I don't think. Never been anywhere in my life.
What is this suitcase you speak of? I don't even own a suit.
Right.
All right. Let's check in with the chat gang real quick. Jamie says, hey now.
Hey now.
Go Pirates, go Pacers. Pacers taking a 3-1 series lead. We'll talk to Holton Naylor about that coming up on today's show. Jerry says hello. Hey, Jerry.
What's up, Jerry? What's up, Jerry Bear?
Help the bear.
Chad says bang, bang, chat gang. PJ says hello. Hello.
Hello.
PJ. Steve says, hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
Uh-oh. I've never heard you do a Scott Hall before.
Hey, yo.
It's not bad.
Pretty good.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
Pretty. What's up, Chandler? How you?
Oh, what's up, Chandler? How you?
What's up, Chandler? How you?
I'm good, X. Good here for you, man.
Steve says Clipper.
Clipper.
You saw the author of that, Atticus?
Yeah.
Over the weekend.
I did, on Sunday.
Steve also said, no Gator.
Go Gator.
It's Steve's birthday. You want to hit a quick happy birthday to Steve?
Let's do it.
From the chat gang. We'll do 3x speed.
All right.
All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Steve. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Are you 1? Or are you 2? Or are you 3? No.
You sure you don't want to leave a little earlier than 4:30?
Happy birthday, Steve.
Kaz says hello.
Hello. Hello.
Brooke said, sound the horns, Chan.
Let's go, Canes.
Chad said, glad they broke that 0-15 streak. Finally winning an Eastern Conference final game and trying to win another one coming up tonight.
If they win tonight, it's going to get interesting.
That it is. We got a couple of podcasts coming out. One out already. Parker Bird Show.
Not out yet.
That is not out yet. Sorry. We got a couple of podcasts.
What a tease.
That are coming out. Parker Bird Show, Mark Gottfried, and the Holton Naylor Show. Do y'all know who his guest is? I might be the only person that knows. Oh, do you know?
Wait, I think I know.
Oh, damn it, you know?
It was mentioned in the staff meeting, right?
I won't tell.
Oh.
I'm excited about it, though.
Raheem Jeter?
Raheem Jeter.
Number
Because
2.
now that I think about it, like, have we ever heard from Raheem Jeter?
I don't think we've ever heard him speak.
I know. Kind of like when Jarrett saw the Julio Jones, which Julio talked about getting 4 targets in the Super Bowl is ridiculous, which I would co-sign on.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Jarrett said, I don't think I've ever heard Julio Jones talk. And he's right.
It's a good thing to hear him say first.
Yeah.
And Raheem Jeter's been here like 3 years.
And never, I would like to hear his story.
Absolutely.
So looking forward to that on the Holton Naylor Show. And again, Mark Gottfried on the Parker Bird Show.
Very good conversation.
Mark Gottfried.
Yeah. I did hear that the Parker Bird Show was now under NCAA investigation.
Oh, no.
So I hope everything.
Everybody deserves a second chance, Clip.
What are you talking about?
Mark Gottfried.
What does he need a second chance for?
At the Sweet 16.
What's his story?
On Brian Bailey Show?
yeah.
A second chance with the Sweet 16.
A second chance with Mark Gottfried.
That's coming up on the Parker Bird Show.
Almost came to East Carolina.
Who?
Mark Gottfried.
When?
Maybe between Lebo and Dooley. I thought maybe that was a thing. I don't know. Maybe that was just rumors back in the day.
You just making up stuff? I don't know. It might be true, but
he said he is an ECU baseball fan, so I mean,
is that right?
Some connection.
Now I just heard they're under investigation.
Not good as we head into the Conway Regional.
I've got Greg Hudson gave me that NCAA jacket, and now I've got a direct line to headquarters. So when things happen, I hear it immediately. And Parker Bird Show and ECU baseball under investigation.
He also said NC State baseball and Alabama baseball. Big fan of them.
I'm hearing word. All right. What else we following in the world of deportes? I watched something last night Jarrett will never watch.
A documentary?
Yep. I watched the Aaron Rodgers documentary for the first time.
Sweet. So speaking of another former Packer.
Well, you moved on quick from that, which I don't have any comments on.
No, but when's the Brett Favre?
It's already out.
That's out.
That's out.
Yeah. Not much that you didn't already know before.
Right. So what did you think of the Aaron Rodgers documentary?
I got to say, and I guess it was done by him and his people. So
it was behind the scenes stuff of like his excursion.
Oh yeah, it showed him taking whatever of those things. Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
It showed the whole thing, man.
The whole thing?
He's beating on a little
like a bongo.
He's beating on a bongo. He's doing some dancing around, and they show that he goes into the tent and comes out of it, and all kinds of stuff. Some of the things he has questioned, I too have questioned. Like I found myself relating to him in some degrees.
Vaccines.
No, it was more the religious things, to be honest. But no, I was thinking about that vaccine thing too, and I remember like my thoughts at the time was, I don't know if this is going to help me. I don't know if it's going to help my fellow man, but I do know if I take this vaccine, it will get us closer to being back to normal, which is all I was worried about, because I was kind of worried about if the entire economy collapses and I lose my job, how am I going to feed my daughter?
Yeah.
So I was basically doing anything I could to try to get back to normal.
They put that cotton stick up my nose once, and I was like, yeah, I'm getting the shot. That thing hurt.
I didn't like that either.
Yeah. That was terrible.
Hated it. Aaron Rodgers, interesting guy. I did like, there was more football in it than I thought, which I really liked.
Yeah.
And working out, getting treatment.
There was a lot of that.
Oh yeah.
A lot of treatment. But I'm talking about him going from kind of low tier high school football,
low percentage,
to could we be serious for a second?
Sorry.
Everything's a joke to you.
My bad.
Every sentence, every word you got to play off of.
We're talking Aaron Rodgers. Let's be serious. Did it highlight his injury when he was with the Jets?
I don't know. Go watch it. Next topic.
Where can I find it?
Next topic.
Ask the trainer.
Ask the trainer. Next.
What are you so mad about, Mike?
What do you care?
I want to hear that Mike Ditka interview.
What did you think about the Aaron Rodgers documentary, Mike? Who cares?
What do you care?
Ask the trainer.
Go watch it next.
Mike Ditka. Oh, we got another birthday today.
Who?
Speaking of great coaches, RV.
Oh, yeah, Ronald Vincent.
Good luck to the Rampants. Texted him earlier, happy birthday. Said good luck in the championship. Old RV, so modest. He said, thanks. We need all the luck possible.
It's gonna be tough.
I want to say, man, get out of here.
Hey, it's a tough matchup.
It's gonna be tough.
Tiff.
It's gonna be tough.
I thought we were the tougher team.
It's gonna be tough.
Mike Ditka interview. All right. I hope he doesn't cuss.
Uh-oh.
I don't think he does.
I'm going to go in now, so if you don't...
Yeah, he might cuss.
which one run. There'll be a quarterback that'll be named next week that'll be the starter. There's 3 quarterbacks on this football team. Whichever one starts. Whichever ones don't, will back him up. Period. Cut and dried. It's nobody's concern but ours. Nobody's. Next.
Injuries from the game.
Talk to the trainer. Next.
All right. Mike, why are you in such a bad mood?
What do you care? Okay? You were 2-7, you'd be in a bad mood too. What next?
Next.
I love the reporter saying, why are you such a bad mood?
I know. What a weird question. Can you imagine asking that to Cliff Godwin?
I could definitely see like Mark Lindsay's doing that.
Bone, will you do that?
Why are you in such a bad mood?
Mark Lindsay. Coach,
I can see it on your face.
Coach,
You're in a bad mood.
What's irking you, Coach? Why are you in such a
What
bad
do you
mood?
care?
I'm not going to ask Cliff Godwin that because he would probably give an answer like, what do you care? And I would die laughing. And that would not
Coach,
go.
this thing is getting serious, man. You've got a seriously good season working, a seriously good day going today, and a seriously good streak on the line at the moment. What must it all feel like at the moment? I can see it on your face, but what must it all feel like just trying to keep things level as you head into the weekend here?
Say it, what best?
Give me some more, Shirley. Can I hear some more, Mark Lindsay?
What do you think?
Blake, where do you feel like you've learned the most about your defense so far? What have they gotten better at, best, and besides what you just talked about, where they got to get better at?
He was talking to, at the time, defensive coordinator Blake Harrell.
Yeah. Head coach of the part.
Got to hit him with one of that as a head coach now.
Got anything else?
The keys to victory this week a little bit, if anything.
What do you turkeys got cooked up for Thanksgiving here?
Legend, man. Shout out Mark Lindsay.
Mark Lindsay.
Terry wants to know which one of you is coming to Conway.
Me.
Jarrett Watkins and Jenny Shelton.
Show y'all a thing or two about some Conway.
Nope.
Chad said, they did have a part in the Aaron Rodgers documentary about him being RFK's running mate. So that part, they went on a little hike together, and at the end of the hike, he asked him to be his running mate.
Yeah. I saw something funny today from one of the Fox Sports shows. It was Keyshawn Johnson, Paul Pierce, and Joy Taylor talking about why is Aaron Rodgers not at Steelers OTAs. And
you played that, and I was like, hey, I watched the documentary. Is he supposed? Is he?
He's not on the team.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Well,
he's not on the team.
Well, Joy Taylor was like, he hasn't been around these people before. He doesn't know how to get to the stadium. He doesn't know the trainers, the doctors, or anything. And it's like, yeah, he's not under contract.
Right.
Why would he be there?
But on ESPN the other day, I can't remember what show it was. It literally said Steelers waiting for an answer from Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
So they have offered him a spot.
Apparently, there's been a handshake deal in place for a month or two now. But I like what Terry Bradshaw said about him the other day. He's like, go to California, whisper to the God, and chew bark.
Oh, no freaking way. Wow. So Barstool has a show called The Yak, and they created a gauntlet. It's cornhole, soccer, baseball. You have to make a cornhole shot. You have a soccer, kick a ball into a net.
No way.
A baseball thing where you hit it and it has to go over a certain thing. A football thing where you throw a ball into an Under Armour bottle, body armor bottle. You got to make 2 3-point shots and then do a quiz on Sporkle. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm watching it right now. Hit a 3, bro. This guy can't shoot. Oh, my God. Zach Agnos cannot shoot threes.
That's who it is.
Zach Agnos has broken the record, the athlete record for the Gauntlet at Barstool. I got to watch this immediately because they interview him too. And now let's see what questions he got in the Sporkle thing and see how he would do here. One U.S. women's national team all-time goal scorer. That would be Abby Wambach, right? Two twins. Shirley would be good at this. Two twins from sister. What were their first? Tia and
Tamara Mowry.
Yeah. Oh man, he already answered them all. What did he answer so fast? 3 main boyfriends of Rory Gilmore. I don't know that. 5 largest empires by land area. Oh, he did the 6 last vice presidents of the United States names.
Oh, okay.
He did 5 members of NSYNC. He got Timberlake. 12 of the Greek gods. Oh, he should be good at that, right? 10 most popular pets in the United States. 9 most popular cut diamonds, and 6 names of chess pieces were the categories. And you got to get 10 of any of those. But where's this time at? Oh, right here. He did it in like a minute 20.
The quiz or the whole thing?
The whole thing, apparently.
There's no way.
Well, I mean, we just watched it.
It would take a minute 20 just to write down Tia and Tamara Mowry.
Well, he's just hollering them and somebody's typing them.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
But, yeah, Zach Agnos. They're about to type in his time.
How did he get the connection with them?
A minute 44.
They're
Well,
playing
the
the Cubs
Rockies
right
are
now.
playing the Cubs. So they get athletes that roll in there. And he's on the show.
Dang. We got to talk to him about that.
That is awesome. Yeah, I'm going to text him about that and see if he responds during our show. He might be too big for us now after that. That is cool. I got to watch that. Zach Agnos, all-time Gauntlet record. That is really neat. Let's take a break. We'll come back. Ken Watlington joins us on the phone when we return. Pirate Radio Live on a busy Wednesday. Back with you after this.
Here with Brian Cook, the comptroller for Greenville Motor Company and Greenville Auto World. Brian, talk about your service that you have at Greenville Motor Company and Greenville Auto World.
Yeah, we've got a great group of technicians that work on all makes and models of vehicles. We're here to check out your car, give you some advice, fix the things that are needed, and maybe get you on the right path to taking care of it down the road.
One website, 2 outstanding dealerships, finding the car you're looking for. Greenville Motor Company, Greenville Auto World. Try us, trust us at driveherenow.com.
Stella Artois is a world-renowned Belgian beer with over 650 years of brewing heritage. Stella's rich, full flavor and smooth finish is perfect for making moments worth more. Stella's non-alcohol option, Stella 0.0, offers the same iconic taste without the alcohol, ideal for those looking to enjoy Stella anytime. Stella, whether celebrating big or small, Stella is the perfect choice for elevating the everyday. Proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
Pirate fans, the East Carolina football season ticket campaign presented by Hamill Builders is underway. The Pirates are looking to build momentum off an 8-win season and that Military Bowl win over North Carolina State. Head coach Blake Harrell wants you to be a part of his first full season as the Pirate head coach. Season tickets can be purchased for as little as $115. Call 1-800-DIAL-ECU or go to ECUPirates.com today to get your 2025 season tickets.
North Carolina State Parks is celebrating the 50th anniversary of Jockey's Ridge State Park June 5th through the 8th in Nags Head, North Carolina. Exciting educational activities will take place, including yoga on the dunes, kayak trips, big canoe trips, a sandcastle building contest, and a horseshoe competition. All activities are free to the public. Special events also include a drone show, a concert by the Connells on June 5th, and bubbly toasts at sunset. For tickets and a full schedule, visit jockey'sridge50.com.
Is your office printer on the fritz? Don't wait days for a repair. This is Walker Allen Volova with CopyPro, where we promise fast 3-hour service on all of your copy equipment. No need to press 1 for English for an overseas service line. All of our calls are answered right here in Greenville. Plus, we offer a free office printing analysis to help you cut cost and boost efficiency. We'll show you exactly how to save money on ink, toner, and energy. For reliable, fast service, call CopyPro today at 1-800-682-6558 and see how we can help your office run more efficiently. CopyPro, fast service, smarter printing, bringing more value to your business.
Wings Over Greenville just turned up the heat with a new honey hotter flavor. Sweet meat spicy in the boldest way yet. Download the Wings Over app, enjoy the frequent flyer club, earn points, unlock exclusive deals, and redeem for free food. Save your go-to orders, order ahead, and skip the line. First-time app user? Get free tenders just for signing up. And when you order delivery through the app, you skip the middleman. No extra fees from third-party apps like Uber Eats or DoorDash. And don't forget, use the promo code PIRATE25 for 10% off your meal. So fly smart. Download the Wings Over app today or order now at wingsover.com. Wings Over, they deliver. Arr, matey, this old ship's looking worse than a sea monster's backside. Look at these splintered planks, this saggy deck. It's a bloody mess.
You be right, mate. Even the galley's a disaster. Me kitchen's more like a dungeon than a place for cooking.
What we need is someone who can fix this old tub, make it shine like treasure.
Wait, I've heard of KDL Construction in Greenville. Kathy Herring and her crew do magical things with remodeling. They can fix up kitchens, bathrooms, even whole ships. Homes.
Aye, and she talks to her crew like a true captain. No surprises, just smooth sailing. I heard they got a skilled crew with cabinets, counters, and everything we need.
Aye, let's call KDL Construction, mate. It's time to turn this rust bucket into a beauty. I'm gonna visit KDLConstructionLLC.com today.
KDL Construction, turning your home from shipwrecked to ship shape. Arr!
Pirate Radio.
No one knows pirates like we do.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Is your office printer on the fritz? Well, don't wait days for repair. Contact the professionals at CopyPro, where they've promised fast 3-hour service on all your office printing devices. Contact Walker Allen Volaba today for a free office printing analysis to help you cut costs and boost efficiency. For reliable, fast service, call CopyPro today at 756-3175. And the Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates. Each week, they've got something going on every day. On Mondays, you can test your knowledge with sports trivia with our very own Clip Brock. On Tuesdays and Wednesdays, it's acoustic nights. Thursdays, it's singo and karaoke. And then, of course, on the weekends, you can get your groove on with the best live music every Saturday and Sunday. For details and to stay up to date with all the fun, check them out on Facebook or Instagram, and we'll see you at the Buck. Now, let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, during the break, watched Zach Agnos break the Gauntlet record at Barstool.
They've had a lot of people do that, too.
Yeah. Cam Newton apparently was not great at it.
No.
But they've had a bunch of baseball guys, just a bunch of famous athletes, and Zach Agnos better than them all. Again, it's cornhole, soccer, baseball, basketball, and then a quiz, and he nailed it all.
Add that to the resume, Zach.
He missed like 7 threes on the right side of the court. You got to hit one on each side. Finally hit one, and then hit his first one on the left side.
One.
In rhythm, like a fast break three.
And that was huge.
That was huge. And that got it done for him. That was fun to watch. All right. Are you tailgating at the Hurricanes game but not going to the game? Mike P. has a suggestion. He said, can't make it to the game. Big lacrosse game across the street from the arena. Gibbons versus Middle Creek. The Suns team, brag, he says. East Regional Final, D1 kids all over the field. Croatan in a big game in the East Regional tonight as well.
You know what? Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hey, yo.
Ken Watlington, we'll see if we can tempt him with missing the Canes game and going to see Gibbons versus Middle Creek in lacrosse. Ken joining us on the Pirate Radio Live line. What's up, Wattage?
What's going on? And what time's that game start? I might be able to make it.
Good question. Mike P, what do they call it? Face-off time? What's face-off time for that game? But Ken will be in the arena tonight, the Lenovo Center. I bet you didn't think you'd be going to this game, Ken. I bet you didn't think this would be a game, Ken.
No. Last time I was in that building was Thursday night. It's one of the worst sporting experiences I've ever had in my life, and I was like, yep, that's going to be my last trip here for a while. Well, guess what? I just pulled into Raleigh. We're back, baby.
Canes are back. How about Freddie Anderson back in the nets the other night, pitching a shutout, and the Canes getting enough offense to get it done, put some stank on it. And I don't know, Ken, with all the hockey you've watched from this team, what was different Monday night that we didn't see in the first three games?
Everything. They were just better. They played their game. They were not forced to play a different way than what they want to do. They imposed their will on the Panthers, and the Panthers sat a couple guys out. Why not? You're up 3-0. Why, rest some guys and see where the cards fall. But those guys will be back in the lineup, I'm pretty sure, tonight for Florida. And the Canes just played their game. They got back to all the things they did well in the first two rounds, and they had just enough offense, as you mentioned. They got the two late empty net goals, but the pressure's still on Carolina tonight, no doubt about it. It's a must-win game.
Yeah.
But if they win tonight, the pressure goes into the other dressing room, because Florida, sure, they'll still have the lead in the series, but they have to win that game at home, because if you let it come back to Raleigh for a game 7, oh boy, watch out.
Took the odds makers a while. They were giving the Canes a lot of credit the first three games of this series. They were favorites at home in games 1 and 2. And it was only like Florida minus 130 or something in game 3. Game 4, it was Florida minus 190, which I thought was a little more fair. But interesting tonight, Florida is the favorite, but just minus 115. And I know a lot of people don't care about the gambling side of it, but it does kind of tell you what they're thinking in this game. And that's kind of an interesting number, Ken, that, Florida's favored, but it's almost a pick 'em. So it gives you some hope if you're a Canes fan.
Yeah, absolutely should give Kane. I mean, their performance should give you hope. The way Vegas is thinking this game should give you hope, because, they're playing, with a little chip on their shoulder. They're playing with everything on the line, and I expect them to come out and play well tonight. Will it be well enough to win the game? That remains to be seen. We will not see a repeat of what we saw in the Lenovo Center last Thursday. We will not see a repeat of what we saw in the third period down in Sunrise, Florida on Saturday night. The Canes will be locked and loaded, and, if they play their game well, we're headed back to Florida. Go figure.
Chandler, what did the Pirates do in 3 of their 4 games in Clearwater? That was huge.
Got up early.
What did the Canes do for the first time in this series? Well, don't say early, but they got up. They had a freaking lead, Ken, and the first, 5-10 minutes and first 20 minutes of this game tonight, so important. If they could get that lead, man, that'd be incredible.
There's no question. It's hard to play from behind in the National Hockey League. A little bit maybe easier to do it if you're at home, but if you get that lead early at home and you get that crowd that's already behind you up to another level, good things are going to happen. And, I'm excited to see how this place is tonight, how fans react to giving a little bit of life, because you're right. 3 days ago, Sunday, waking up from that game Saturday, it's like, gosh, man, it was a fun season, but this is embarrassing. Like, what happened?
Hey, really? Yeah.
And Monday night, gives them life, and here we are talking about the game, the Canes playing again on the last Wednesday in May, and if they can get 2 more wins over the next 3 nights, we'll be talking about June hockey in Raleigh, North Carolina. It's been a while.
June hockey. Joe DeLoach fired up.
What's up, Joe?
He said, let's go Canes, win tonight, and the Panthers pucker up. By the way, Ken, 7:30 face-off, says Mike P. He said he promises there are kids bigger than Logan Stankoven in the lacrosse game, but they ain't got the dog in them like Stank does.
He does have a little dog in him, and what an acquisition that's been. The whole Mikko Rantanen thing and whatever. You get Stanky coming in and Janky coming in, and they got some pieces that they're going to be able to build upon on in the off season and into the next couple of seasons. They got a lot of cap space to make some moves. So we want them to keep winning here this week and into the month of June, but I think the future is bright for the Carolina Hurricanes.
I'm not a hockey guy, Ken, but taking advantage of your power plays is got to be huge. The Canes, I think the other night I saw were 0 for 3 in their power plays. But what was good was that I believe the Panthers had 4 chances at a power play. They were 0 for 4. So taking advantage of those power plays is going to be key.
And Carolina in the first 2 rounds, they were incredible on the penalty kill, and they've been incredible all season long in the top 2 back and forth all season as far as killing penalties. In the first 2 rounds, though, the Canes were better on the power play. In these first 3 games, they really weren't against Florida. So you're right. You got to be able to capitalize when you got that man advantage. And if the Canes can do that, and if they can keep the PK going well, it's a victory.
Ken Watlington going to the game. I haven't seen an announcement yet. Is Ken Watlington a siren sounder for tonight?
I think they could find anybody off the street that would be a little more famous than me to do that. So no, I'm not going to sound the siren. I'll be way up top in the 5th level in the press box as a member of the media tonight. So no cheering from me, just internally maybe. And I'll have a pregame report coming up on WNCT 9 News at 6. And, hopefully this game ends in regulation. We'll have some for you on WNCT 9 News at 11. If not, we'll get on it for you in the morning.
If Ken,
those wild 3-4 overtime games.
Oh yeah, I want Ken at a game 7 to be his button-down newsman up in the press box, and then the Canes win in dramatic fashion, and he rips off his button up and
it's a stank jersey.
That would be fantastic.
One thing I've never done, Ken, is tailgate for a hockey game. What's popular on the menu throughout the tailgating lots at the Lenovo, and what's on y'all's menu tonight for the game?
Well, I've seen everything out there, honestly. You see people bring out smokers. Obviously, you got your grills. Bojangles is always a good call. Smithfield's Chicken and Barbecue is popular here in the Triangle. Last time out when we tailgated, we had the little mini grill out, did some burgers and some hot dogs and some queso, chips and queso. So, the Lenovo Center really has got a college football vibe kind of as far as the tailgating goes. So you see a lot of stuff. We were, me and a friend a couple weeks ago, we got a bottle of the Crush vodka from the ABC store and making our little stump crushes right there in the parking lot. So shout out Sump
Boner, you can make a Raleigh to Conway trip straight shot via 95 in 2 hours and 44 minutes. I think you and Jenny do a little pit stop in Raleigh. Hit the game tonight.
I mean, that's a great idea.
You ever been?
No, I've never been to a hockey game.
Never been. It could change your life.
Okay.
It's a life-changing event.
It'll be expensive.
Yeah, that's how it'll change your life. You'll have no more money.
Well, if we're going through there, we can just turn on 99.9, catch the game on the radio.
Here, Mike Maniscalco and Trip Tracy. Trip Tracy was on Spittin' Chicklets, the podcast, and he is the man. Literally talks to everybody. Biggest name dropper I've ever heard in my life. It was incredible.
I love when name drop somebody. Oh, huge Caniac. Pope Leo the 14th, huge Caniac.
Yeah, he likes dropping those too. Good stuff, Kent. Well, the Braves season's over, so hopefully the Canes can extend theirs.
And you know what? They won't lose tonight.
They are postponed, so that is good news.
So they'll lose 2 tomorrow. All right.
By the way, Lane, I did see your comment. I forgot to read it, and I'll read everything as long as it's clean. Lane said, "Clipper, how about them Braves? They got chopped." That's okay. They did.
Last night, if you tell me you're going to go to Philly, Spencer Strider's going to pitch, you're going to give up 5 hits and 2 runs in the whole game, you feel pretty good about that, right?
Score some runs, bro.
Garbage.
Yeah.
Disappointing.
Acuna's been good since he came back, but it didn't lead to wins over the Padres.
Yeah, they're 1-3 since he came back, right?
Yeah. So. All right. Well, sorry to end it on a downer. Go Canes.
Go Canes.
Who's going to score a goal for Carolina tonight, Ken?
First goal will come from Seth Jarvis.
There you go.
All right.
First goal of the game or first goal of the Canes?
first goal of the game.
Seth Jarvis, lock it in. Ken, thanks for joining us, man, and hope you enjoyed tonight.
Appreciate it. See y'all next week.
There he is, Ken Watlington, WNCT at Channel 9, joining us, heading to the ball game, the puck game, and it'll be a good one. You do need to go for real, though, Jared.
Yeah, I mean, now, obviously, that's out the window, but...
No, yeah. I mean,
I'll get there at some point. I need to get to a NASCAR race first.
Yeah, I've still never been to one of those.
Yeah.
Seth Jarvis plus 1,300 to score the first goal of tonight's game.
Juicy.
Do you call it a ball game?
Well, I just corrected myself and called it a puck game.
If it's sports, it's a ball game.
All right.
But
so,
if you want to...
Big ball game this weekend in Nashville in NASCAR.
Yeah, big ball game. Big ball game on the track.
Play ball. Steven, big ball game today. How you feel about this big ball game?
You know, it's just a big ball game. At the end of the day, it's high stakes, big ball game.
All those things you said makes today a big ball game. When you look at a big ball game like this, does UConn have the advantage in anywhere in tonight's big ball game?
It was interesting to break down such a big ball game.
Did you cut it?
Big ball.
Yeah, that was name redacted, and just trying to say big ball game as much as we could in one interview.
That was in reference to
Mark Lindsay.
When do the Braves play in Bristol?
When do the Braves
Because, they're having that game on the infield of Bristol.
Is that going to be a big ball game?
That's a big ball game.
That sounds like a country song.
The Braves in Bristol.
Braves are in Bristol.
Well, there's a lot of patriotic folks that are brave out in Bristol.
The MLB Speedway Classic coming up between the Braves and the Reds August 2nd, 2025.
All right.
Both teams will be 40 games out of the playoff race by then.
They need to have a race going on while that game's being played.
That would be cool.
That'd be electric.
Has there ever been two sporting events going on? I remember the Conference USA basketball tournament was in this giant place, and it had multiple courts and stuff. Games going on. But we need two different sports happening at one time. Build a golf course and put a track in the middle of it, or
here comes Keselowski around the corner. Oh, and Acuna, he hits a ball.
That ball's going down the back stretch.
I guess that could be pretty dangerous now that I think about it.
Probably. Car gets loose, heads into right field.
Logano turns the corner, and so does Acuna down the third base line.
Comes crashing through the left field wall.
Oh my God! Ellie De La Cruz just went over the hood. Let's take a break. We'll come back. How long is the Rahjai interview, Shirley?
It's just shy of 8 minutes.
Yeah, we'll run that when we return to wrap up hour number 1. Back with you, Pirate Radio Live, after this.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, get rid of unwanted hair and under-eye fat pads? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar MediSpa for a free consultation and ask about our newest technologies and treatments. Learn more at beautybarmedispa.com, Red Banks Road, Greenville. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation, and go Pirates.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates.
Hey Birdland, on Friday, May 30th, come out to Camden Yards to cheer on the Orioles against the Chicago White Sox at 7:05. Arrive early. The first 15,000 fans will receive an Orioles bowling shirt presented by Drive Easy MD. The first ever Orioles bowling shirt pairs the O's orange and black with a vintage 90s look fit for a night at the lanes and the ballpark. Snag this giveaway before an action-packed night of Orioles baseball. Buy tickets at Orioles.com/tickets.
Hey, Righty, you feeling okay? You've been dragging all day.
Ugh, don't even talk to me, Lefty. These shoes are a disaster. My arch is crying.
Dude, we have to go to Fleet Feet. They have a 3D scanner to customize shoes for every foot.
Wait, like custom fit? For me?
Yes, you and me. They have the top brands such as OnCloud, Brooks, and Hoka, plus many more.
Fleet Feet, where fit happens. Schedule your appointment at fleetfeet.com or come in today and treat your feet right. Find your perfect pair at Fleet Feet.
I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have kept the fires burning for Eastern North Carolina Whole Hog Barbecue. At Sam Jones, you'll find our smokehouse pumping out wood-fired meats, cooked fresh every single day. There are no freezers at our place. Everything, and we mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Stop in and see us, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. At Sam Jones Barbecue, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors.
This is Brian Harris with 360 Golf Carts, Pitt County's go-to shop for all things golf carts. We have E-Z-Go, club car, and utility carts to choose from. Whether it's for the beach, riding around the neighborhood, or working in the yard, 360 Golf Carts has the perfect ride for you. If you have issues with your current cart, take it by my shop for an expert's diagnosis. From parts to sales to service, we have you covered. We will even deliver right to you. So come see me, Brian Harris, on Highway 43, just past D.H. Conley High School. 360 Golf Carts, Pirates supporting Pirates.
Hey, it's Lindsay Gray with Carolina Caliber. May and June will be here soon, and Mom and Dad are due for something extra special. There's no better gift than the protection of life. Empower your parent with a trip to Carolina Caliber. From home defense to concealed carry and tons of other personal protection and shooting sports gear, your parents deserve to choose from the finest selection in Eastern NC. Plus, the summer will be sizzling with exceptional factory promotions they won't want to miss. Grab a gift card and send them on over to Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today, and then you hear
Warren's hot dogs?
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for $7.50 would be awesome.
Warren's hot dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's hot dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers, or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates!
Pirate Radio.
You know, East Carolina deserves to go to Omaha. People should be worried about us. We're going to be really good, and I'm not afraid to say it on record.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. You can book today at aa.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. PGV, where the pirates fly. And do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, get rid of unwanted hair and under-eye fat pads? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar MediSpa for a free consultation and ask about their newest technologies and treatments. Beauty Bar MediSpa on Red Banks Road in Greenville. Enjoy your visit. Love your transformation. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. We'll hook up with Evan Kruczynski coming up at 4 o'clock. Also, Holton Naylor's joining us, Cory Scott, and Kevin Brockway, who covers the Florida Gators. But right now, we'll head out to the Pirate Radio Live line. Joining us, former Pirate, our guy, number 47, Rahjai Harris. Rahjai, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How about yourself, man?
I'm doing good. Rahjai, where are you joining us from today?
I'm at the hospital currently. My daughter got here last night around 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Wow.
So we just up. Destiny's up here recovering. We're up here enjoying our time with our bundle of joy, man.
So everybody healthy and happy right now?
Everybody, man.
Man, that's good.
This experience right here, man, was great, man. It was great, man.
Very glad to hear that. So you got a name you can tell us, Rahjai?
Yes, Emerson Jane Harris.
Man, beautiful. All right.
Emerson Jane Harris.
Fantastic.
That's what we're going to call her.
You said everybody's good, but everybody's a little tired. Very, very understandable.
Yeah, man. You know how it is.
I tell you, man, and I've never been through the wars you've been on the football field, but I have been in the room when my daughter was born, and it is an experience unlike any other. Fair to say, right?
Definitely, man. It's a crazy experience, man. I give a big shout out to all the women in the world.
Absolutely.
That, delivering these babies, man, because I told the doc yesterday, I said, I don't know if I could ever go through nothing like this. So, man, big shout out to all the women, man, that's out here doing what they got to do for their children, man. Much respect.
I remember right after the birth, I told my wife I would never be mean to you ever again after that. And I don't know if I've lived up to that, but I have for the most part. But man, yeah, shout out to the women for sure. Rahjai, so you got the real life going on. How about the football life? We still in the waiting game right now?
Still in the waiting game, man. Still grinding, man. The opportunity will come when it's supposed to come, man. Try not to even think about it. Try not to even stress about it, man, because I know opportunity is going to come one day. But, like I said, right now, I'm just focused on family time, man. I ain't even really been thinking about it, honestly.
Rahjai, I watched the Aaron Rodgers documentary. It's been out for like a year, but I finally watched it for some reason for the first time last night. And one part of it was he talked about the more he got into his career, the older he got, the more he kind of wanted to control the narrative on himself. And you saw him more in interviews and things like that. And it kind of made me think about that from what I do and from talking to you guys. And Rahjai, we had you on for a season here at East Carolina. We kind of followed you a little bit. We checked in on you during your recovery and rehab and all of that. So we've talked to you for a while, and now we've done this since you've been out of East Carolina each and every week. And I think it's got to be the right person talking, but it can be very advantageous for you guys to talk and I think get people to know you as a person and things like that. I feel like you've done a great job of that. Now, I know every team doesn't want every player doing that because you never know what some guys will say. But no, you've always done a good job of that. And do you think about that part of it? Like you kind of want to control what's being said about you, and if there's rumors about you or whatever, you can kind of squash it with your own voice.
I could, man. But honestly, I don't even pay attention to it.
Yeah.
And the rumors that's out there about me, man, because the true people that really knows me, man. They don't just know me of Raj Harris on the football field. They truly know Raj Harris, man. So, honestly, man, I could care less of what other people's opinion is about me, man, because as long as I know who I am as a person, I'm good with that. I'm good with it.
Of course. And also, I'm not going to deny that there's some folks out there, in the media that try to get you, that try to get a headline. I certainly don't do that. I want the best for all you guys. So I kind of like it that when we have our conversations, I don't know you a lot out of football. I talk to you here, but I try to make it comfortable, just a regular conversation. And I think most folks over at ECU know that we got your best interest in heart.
Most definitely, man. ECU is the second home, man. I forever be grateful. When I'm done playing, man, I wouldn't mind going back to ECU and just, doing something, man, to pour back into the student athletes, man, and, whatever that may be, you know what I'm saying, in life. But that's something that I'll probably end up doing. Greenville is special to me. I done been through a lot up there, and the people around there took me in like I was a Greenville native, man. So there's always going to be love for Greenville, always, man. I really do appreciate everybody that's up there.
Hey, Rahjai, the Pirates are heading to South Carolina. The ECU baseball team going to Conway, kind of Myrtle Beach-ish area. How far are you away from that part?
About 3 hours, man. I was talking to some of the guys, man, that I played with, man, and they was talking about taking the trip, man. And, hey, it ain't too far from me. It's about 3 hours, man. So it wouldn't be no bad trip to take.
Yeah, maybe if you didn't have that baby girl going on in your life, you could make the trip. But you might be a little tied up here at the moment. Man, I always love when this guy pops in. Didn't expect this to happen, but Rahjai, you called him top 5, and we found out what that meant. Alex Harper's here. He just dropped by. What's up, Alex?
What's up, brother?
Top 5, what's going on?
What's going on, Rahjai?
Rahjai just added a new addition to the family last night.
I heard. Rahjai, congratulations, man. That's awesome.
I appreciate it, my guy. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I really do.
Alex moving up in the world. You got your picture and your bio up on WNCT Channel 9. That's cool to see.
Yeah, I've been working there for like 3 months now.
Big time.
Nah.
Been big time.
They don't let me on TV yet.
Well, that's because he's top 5.
He said, yeah, you heard, yeah. Bro.
He did say, yeah, that's true. You don't see a lot of top 5 folks, though, on TV, Rahjai.
Yeah.
Nah, there's a reason why y'all let me on the show, because I got a face made for radio.
That's right. You're a great radio guy. Alex, what's going on in your world, man?
Not a whole lot.
Just
I
working.
wanted to stop by and see how y'all were doing.
Yeah, we're doing good.
And now I'm interviewing probably the greatest running back of all time in the history of this program.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
So, Rahjai, I saw that you're starting your own one-on-one training.
Yep. I'm gonna start doing like some training, trying to pour it back into some of the athletes down here. We really don't have like a running back trainer around here. So man, just pouring back into some of these athletes, man. We got a lot of talent down here in South Carolina, man. I just want these guys to have the opportunity that I had, man, and just go play ball somewhere, man. So any way I can pour into them, man, and get them that opportunity, man, I would definitely do it.
That's awesome. Yeah, I know, Rahjai, in the past you've done camps while you were a running back at ECU. You got any camps going on this summer?
Yes, I'm thinking about the end of July. The end of July, we're going to throw another camp. But meantime, we just do one-on-one sessions, group sessions, stuff like that, man. Put some stuff together. Yes, sir.
Good deal. That's fantastic. Rahjai Harris joining us. Well, Rahjai, I know you're at the hospital. It's all going on, and so we'll let you get back to your family. But thank you for the life update. Always great to chat with you, man, and we'll do it again down the road.
Yes, sir. I appreciate y'all always. Y'all have a blessing.
Rahjai Harris joining us, and nice of old A-Harp to pop in as well as talk a little football, but more life there. Congratulations to Rahjai Harris on the birth of his second daughter. Awesome to see. All right, Roger has an interesting question. Will Cliff Godwin get ejected during the regional in Conway? 2 last year, 1 so far this year. Yeah, more than 1 this year?
You got Duke, South Florida.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Okay. So he's hit his 2.
Yeah. I mean, if we get matched up with Coastal, that's a chippy bunch. That could turn into something, but I don't really see that happening this weekend.
Okay. Jarrett's going no. I guess it will probably be yes plus 1,000, no minus.
Yeah.
500.
I mean, I really... If it were American umps, like American Athletic Conference umpires.
Wait, where are these umps from?
Guatemala. I don't know. No, if it was our conference's umps, I would say yes, but I don't know these umpires.
American umps, American guys. You think he's got more of a beef with them, or just because he knows them better?
And I don't think they're all that good.
All right.
But, I mean, hey, to each its own.
Shot across the bow. All right, we will take a break. Joining us next, Evan Krosinski. We'll get a life update from Cruz, see what he's up to, talk about his memories. I have a memory of Evan starting a game for the Pirates in a super regional the same day he was drafted into Major League Baseball. And we'll pick his brain on that one again. I know I've asked about it in the past, but that's pretty fascinating. Everything going on in his head while he's getting ready to face a deadly Texas Tech lineup back in the day. Got that coming up. Big Ev when we return after this.
For pest control that packs a punch, BAM! Call on the experts at BAM Pest Control. Attention Greenville, BAM Pest Control is here to protect what matters most, whether it's your business, your home, or your peace of mind. They don't just eliminate pests, they knock them out. BAM Pest Control is #1 in insect control, rodent control, and yard services like fire ants and mosquitoes. BAM! You're insect-free, safe, and comfortable. Call the experts at BAM Pest Control on Hooker Road in Greenville, 252-751-3160. BAM!
Hey Greenville, John McCormick from the Yard Gnomes and ambassador of the Greenville Museum of Art. Get ready for the summer shindig. Wednesday, June 11th, 6 to 9 p.m. Morgan & Company Live, Nash Hot Chicken, drinks, art, baseball, raffles, family fun, right here at our museum. Shouldn't you dig it? For tickets and info, visit gmoa.org/summer-shindig. Don't miss it at the Greenville Museum of Art.
Homeowners can face many challenges throughout this season, but our newest New Blue star, Dixon Williams, is here to slide in and save the day. Have a clog that's hitting a foul ball and nothing seems to be getting through? Dixon's fixing to get you flowing again. Feeling like your HVAC's in a slump? Dixon's sliding in to get your comfort back on track. Are swinging blind in a power outage? Dixon is delivering a power boost. So when problems arise, turn home strikeouts into home runs with New Blue, electric, plumbing, and air.
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels & Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gateway are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
Get ready, Pirate Nation. The 42nd Annual Washington Summer Festival is back, June 13th and 14th on the beautiful Washington waterfront. Enjoy live music by Craig Woolard and the Embers, incredible food, local craft vendors, and an amazing fireworks show lighting up the sky. 2 days of fun, flavor, and family-friendly entertainment. It's the summer kickoff you don't want to miss. Come celebrate the tradition, the music, and the magic at the Washington Summer Festival. For more information, visit the Summer Festival on Facebook.
At East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Greenville, we've decided to give you the maximum amount of savings we can this summer. It's Employee Pricing Plus. You pay the exact same thing as a factory employee. There has truly never been a better time to buy. Come check out the Ram 1500 at East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep and get savings up to $12,000 with Employee Pricing Plus on Motor Trend's Truck of the Year. East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep still has 2024 Ram Heavy Duties in stock. Save up to $15,000 with Employee Pricing Plus on the longest-lasting heavy-duty work trucks in the market. A 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee is now $8,000 off with Employee Pricing Plus, and save up to $5,000 on a new 2025 Jeep Wrangler.
East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep, across from the Cockerell in Greenville. Come see us!
Offers do not include tax, title, and $8.99 admin fee. See dealer for details.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is proud ECU graduate and former baseball player Brandon Manning inviting you to join my team at Farm Bureau Insurance. Right now is a good time to review your coverage with a local trusted agent like me. I will make myself available before or after business hours, and my clients always have my cell phone number if they need anything. From home, auto, or life, give me a call today and let's talk about your insurance coverage and about the Pirates. Call 531-1812 and go Pirates!
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live here on a Wednesday. We still got Holton Naylor's coming up. We've got Kevin Brockway joining us to tell us about the Florida Gators, which the Pirates will see coming up in the Conway Regional on Friday. Also joining us, Cory Scott, former East Carolina closer. So we got a lot of baseball talk coming your way, including here in a moment with Evan Kruczynski. We'll do a quick Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard update as we've got a lot of day baseball going on. A lot of Nerfies today.
You didn't hit one.
At least 3-1. Am I 4-1 or 3-1? We'll call it 3-1 to be safe. The one I missed was the Chicago White Sox putting up 2 runs in the first inning on the New York Mets. They have since added 7. They are up 9-3 over the Metropolitans in the 8th inning. Let's get that dub. The Red Sox and Brewers are tied at 4 apiece in the 9th inning. A's leading the Astros 3-2 in the 7th. Pittsburgh scored in the top of the 2nd, but neither team scored in the 1st. And I know that because I had the Nerfy. It is Pittsburgh 1, Arizona nothing, bottom of the 2nd inning on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Da Buck. All right, let's head out to the Pirate Radio Live line. Joining us, the big lefty, former Pirate. I was in the Cardinals organization. He is Evan Kruczynski joining us today. Evan, how you doing, man?
I'm good, Cliff. It's been a while.
It has been a while. Great to catch up with you. And we're here to talk about the Packers offseason and draft, and that's it. No baseball.
Oh, perfect.
No, I want to talk a little Pack with you because you're a big Green Bay fan, but we will certainly talk some baseball. Let's get a life update on you, Evan. I last see, as far as your stats go, you played in 2023. So give us an update. Any baseball going on, or have you moved on?
We've moved on. I'm sure you've seen those stats in 2023, so it was time. But no, I'm down here in Florida, and actually a good time to call me. We're about a week away from moving back into the house. My fiance and I were unfortunately part of the hurricanes in St. Petersburg and Tampa last year, but we're learning the hard way the first year of owning a house, but we should be back in next week. And then
wow.
I was fortunate enough to, not to get down on a bad note. It's supposed to be a positive thing. We're going back in the house. But I got to see the Pirates play last weekend down here in Clearwater and talk to the team when they were in Tampa the week before that. So it's been good.
Well, glad to hear that, man. That sounds like a heck of a process, but you're right. We'll focus on the positive, moving back in. And, yeah, I did see that, Evan, and I asked you about that when I was trying to line you up for this interview, and I don't know any details at all about it. So I know Pirate fans would love to hear that story. How did that come about for you to speak to the team, and what did you pass along to the guys?
Yeah, I've only been down here for about 2 years, and unfortunately, the year we moved down here, they were playing at home. So I actually haven't been back to Greenville to watch a baseball game since I stopped playing, or since I started playing, and that includes me stopping playing. So it was nice to finally see Cliff on the road, and just texted him I was in town. I was actually dropped my fiance off at the airport, which is close to the campus. So I stopped on by, caught up with Packard a little bit, JP, and then talking with Cliff, and he asked me if I wanted to speak to the team. So I'm just kind of doing what I'm doing now, warming something up, and probably said the same exact thing to the guys that every other guy who has spoken then to ECU baseball alum has said before. ECU's never won based off talent. It's always been just playing for each other and pride in the university and pride for each other. And I kept it simple and made a little fun there, but it was good to see him go out to get the win that night. And they might have lost the series, but it's good to see him bounce back and carry some good momentum into that tournament, because I was there for the championship game, and that's the Pirate baseball that I know Cliff instilled into us, and that culture is still there, that's for sure.
Evan, you were part of some great Pirate teams. Remind me, were you on the 2017 team where everything just went wrong with injuries and results and all that?
Yeah, unfortunately, I broke my leg week 3, and Olba, caught the line drive back off his face. A couple weeks after that, and then Dwayne broke his thumb, Harmon broke his hand. I mean, the list went on and on, but just like this year, it doesn't matter. You got to find a way to push through. Unfortunately, we didn't. But one thing that did come out of that year, which I was kind of telling the guys, is guys like Jake Agnos, Tyler Smith, Brickhouse. They were kind of thrown into the fire as freshmen. And though they might not have gotten the results they wanted that year, I think it really helped them grow up quickly in college baseball.
Well, Evan, the message from Cliff was definitely different this year to that year. I remember after that, he said the best thing to happen was for that team not to win the conference championship game against Houston. And I get what he was saying, but I still wanted to say, Cliff, you wanted to go to a regional, right? But his point was, hey, you can't just have a few hot games in a row. You got to earn this thing every day. And boy, it really paid off with those names you said and the success they had. But this year, after struggling during the regular season, he talked about how happy it was these guys were able to put it together. And I think part of that, Evan, is just the landscape of college athletics has changed. And back then, Cliff was building his team, building his culture, building the program. He's still trying to do that now. But as you know, with the portal and NIL, it's just completely different. And, man, we hope Braden Burris is here a couple years from now. We hope these young guys are still around, but there's no guarantee anymore that these guys will be here 3-4 years from now.
100%. Completely different games from when we play. We had 9 seniors on that team in 2017, and a lot of us played 3 years. Some fortunate ones like Bryce and Charlie Oregon, a little Kirk Morgan got to play for 4. But myself and multiple others rode the pine freshman year. Cliff talked about that when I spoke to the team. I threw 1 inning as a freshman. I'd like to say that I wouldn't have transferred because I had the opportunity to transfer. I wasn't looking at other D1 schools. That's kind of how bad I was after that freshman year. I was looking more the JUCO route to kind of get back on my feet. But at the end of the day, when Cliff took the job and he called me and said, "We're going to honor your scholarship," that meant something to me to come back with, a little chip on my shoulder to prove that, this lefty from Wisconsin who only throws about 84 can figure it out. And I'm hoping some of these other guys realize that though they might not have gotten the playing time that they got this year or the opportunity, there's more to the game than playing. I learned more about the game my freshman year sitting there watching 52 games than I did my junior year when I was just kind of in, robot mode, going out there pitching every Friday night. And, the game came easy then, but freshman year, that's when you kind of learned how to play the game and play the game the right way. And I hope some of these guys can realize that.
Been so many of those stories with East Carolina baseball. You yourself and Carter Spivey went from an ERA that you could barely write all the numbers down his freshman year to conference pitcher of the year, now in the Guardians organization. Connor Norby couldn't do anything his freshman year. He's raking with the Marlins now. So, sticking with it. There's something to that. How did a soft throwing lefty from Wisconsin make it to Greenville, North Carolina, Evan? What was the choice to come to ECU like for you coming out of high school?
Yeah, fortunately that's for me. I would travel down to Florida every now and then just to pitch and get my name out there, and I just had one really good tournament. And after the game, I had a call from Billy Godwin and Nick Schnabel, and a bunch of other coaches. And best thing for me is it was a slow process. I got to check out every campus. I didn't rush into any decision, and I was never a big name, big program, big university guy. I wanted to go where I fit in, and just happened to be a big baseball university. And the rest is history. That's part of the reason why I didn't transfer out after that freshman year. Is I found a school that was the right fit for me academically, off the field, and I got to meet some of the other guys that were going to be in my class, and just turned out to be the best choice of my life.
Evan Kruczynski, the big lefty, joining us today on Pirate Radio Live. Awesome to catch up with Evan, and I've talked to you about this before, Evan, but it is pretty fascinating to me. Had to be one of the craziest baseball days in your career, and I believe I'm getting this right. I believe you're starting a super regional game against Texas Tech, and on that same day, you get drafted in Major League Baseball. Am I right about that?
Partially. Unfortunately enough for me, I wasn't very good headed into that. I mean, I had a serviceable sophomore year, but I didn't think I was good enough to get drafted as a junior, so I never hired an agent. And I didn't know that the draft day was the day we were going to be playing Texas Tech for a trip to Omaha. So I'm sitting there taking phone calls all day. I was offered multiple spots, and who knows what comes of that. They can tell you they're going to give you the money. But to be honest with you, I was just turning down a lot of the offers. I had set my money. They were trying to draft me with the round, but without the money, and it was pretty easy because I didn't have an agent to go back and forth with. I just kept picking up the phone. Hey, how's it going? No, thank you. I appreciate it. Hey, how's it going? No, thank you. I appreciate it. And as soon as about 2 o'clock rolled around, I put the phone away, put it on silent. And it was time to pitch a game. Unfortunately, right before I walked down for the team meeting, I mistakenly turned my phone off as silent and walking to the team bus, the Chicago Cubs or Arizona Diamondbacks actually called me, and it's pretty weird having 28 guys look at me. Like, are you gonna pick that up? And I did, but I put my focus right back on Texas Tech, and we were able to win that game.
And, man, we'll always remember that game. Cruz with the start. Pirates got the offense. I still remember just Matt Bridges, who we barely knew who the hell this guy was, throwing nasty hooks late in that game to get the win.
Right. It'll be fun to see who that is this year. Because, I mean, I felt like
good point
story every year. We made the regional 2 years, and, you know, the year prior we ran into a team in Columbia, which we didn't know much about, and that team had some players on it, and you know, the following year we faced Bryant. We didn't know anything about them, and they run out James Karinchik, who turned out to be a pretty good big leaguer for a bit. So it's fun to see the names that come out of the regional, and Matt Bridges was one of them. You know, kind of a later in his freshman year, just kind of blossomed. Sam Lanier pitched real well for us that year as a freshman out of the 10. So it'll be fun to see which guys can step up for us this weekend. Yeah,
I like that line. Who will the Matt Bridges be this year for this ECU team? So Evan, what is this next chapter? Obviously, sounds like marriage is in the cards for you. A nice home in Florida. Are you in athletics at all anymore, or what's the real world going to be for you here moving forward?
Yeah, I originally got out of baseball, so I met my now fiance. Well, we went to high school, not that we met, but rekindled right after COVID, and she traveled playing baseball with me. She said, "Once you're done playing, you're traveling with me." I said, "All right." So took me down to Florida. Got down here, found a couple jobs in sales. Once I got done playing, realized I am not meant to be inside. So I'm actually working to be a superintendent at a golf course down here. I'm just trying to work just like the minor leagues, work my way back up the chain, and
nice.
Hopefully come something of that.
Very cool.
On sports somehow.
Yeah, Evan, interesting I'm talking to you today because I watched the Aaron Rodgers documentary last night for that, kind of randomly. Just I'd watched that Bin Laden documentary on Netflix, and I was like, I want to watch another documentary. And I was like, oh, yeah, I hadn't watched this one yet. I was kind of putting it off because I was annoyed by Aaron Rodgers, but he came off pretty good in it. But just I'll ask you, what is the Packer fan in you, your relationship to Aaron Rodgers these days?
Oh, it was great. It was great while we had him. Still tend to root for him for afar just because he did bring my childhood a Super Bowl to the state of Wisconsin. Funny enough, we're getting married like an hour outside of Green Bay, which
nice.
People not familiar with Wisconsin, Green Bay's up there. Not where I'm from in Milwaukee. You
gotcha.
Take a little drive north, but no, I still like the guy. I stay out of the personal business. He is who he is, and that's what made him a great player. And that's kind of when you're in a locker room around a bunch of guys for a long time, you realize there's a lot of different characters, and what makes them great is them being themselves. And the guys who try to act like somebody else or someone who they aren't, those are the guys who tend to struggle. So, you sometimes got to take the good with the bad and let guys be who they are.
And one positive thing, person, whatever, but everybody said he was a great teammate, which as an athlete, Evan, is the most important thing almost, right? To have those guys in the locker room that you can count on.
Absolutely, no question about it. I mean, guys, obviously, at the end of his Packers career, we're, hoping to have him back, and that says something. That says more than a team wanting you back, paying you the money, because you can see that in some other contracts that were handed out that could kind of go south for you. But good to see the Commanders finally might have found their guy, huh?
I think we did, man. I think we did. I'm trying not to freak out, but Jaden Daniels might be the best thing that ever happened in my life, Evan.
Well,
wife and daughter excluded, but
So now you have to take Jaden Daniels, and then you take another quarterback after him, and then another quarterback after him to all reach the Hall of Fame, and then you might be on the Packers.
It is pretty disgusting that. And got my buddy Mike Mullis. You remember Mike Mullis? Do you remember that name from baseball around here? Anyway,
in a while, yeah.
He's older than you, Packers fan, so he had the start of Favre and Rodgers, and it is kind of just disgusting that you got Hall of Famer. And, oh, yeah, this Jordan Love guy looks pretty damn good, too. So.
Yeah, some call it disgusting, some call it blessed, but yeah. And that Jordan Love will be in the Hall of Fame.
So you feeling good about the Pack in 2025?
Yeah, I always feel good about the Pack. That's the one great thing about being a Packer fan is, somehow, some way they usually tend to find a way to make it to the NFC Championship game and break my heart.
Yeah.
Fortunately, we had to run into Philadelphia a week earlier than we'd like to this past year because the NFC North was an absolute gauntlet, but we'll see what happens this year.
Yeah, we took your spot in the championship game, and it didn't work out well for us. So,
I know the feeling. It's all right.
Evan, awesome to catch up with you, man, and really cool you got to reconvene. How about old Bryant Packard and Thomas Francisco? Got some old Pirates in the dugout helping out some of these new Pirates, and man, Packard could really swing it, and I think he's got the right mindset, the mix of humor and knowledge to help out these young guys.
Yeah, for sure. And I forgot to shout out Austin Knight, Franny, all the other guys I got to catch up with. But yeah, no, it's great to see, Pack back in the dugout. And, he was on that 2017 team, and we just chatted a little bit, and he let me know the similarities and differences between the two teams. And I'm just glad to see that they were able to do what we couldn't do, and that was win the big one and make the dance.
Evan, great to hear you're doing well, man. Glad you're getting back in that home down there in Florida. We'll keep in touch. We'll do it again down the road. Might have you on. I might bring back our segment where we talk to a football fan of every team during the summer. So maybe you'll be our Packers representative.
Oh, I'd absolutely love that.
Evan, take it easy, man. We'll talk to you again down the road, buddy.
For sure. Great catching up.
All right, there is Evan Kruczynski joining us, Pirate Radio Live Line. We've talked about the similarities. And it's not even that similar, the 2017 team to this team, because that team was stacked. He was reeling off the names, and everything that could go wrong went wrong. And Evan talked about his injury, Dewanye, Bryce Harmon. That was the year Holba got hit in the face with the ball. So, that was a very weird year. That team was picked top 10 preseason and did make a regional. Made a run to the conference championship, but lost to Houston. This team, you could say underachieved, but just a kind of a different look with all the new faces. But, man, got it done in Clearwater and are now trying to make some noise in regional play. Let's take a break. We'll come back and hear from Holton Naylor's first career passing touchdown as a pro. Paul had a question on Facebook. How many career pro interceptions does he have? I'll ask Holton Naylor that question when we return and see what his response is. Got that and more on the way. Pirate Radio Live after this.
At Riley's Army, our mission is to provide support to children with cancer and their families in North Carolina. From emotional support to financial assistance, we are here to ensure no family faces this journey alone. Guided by faith and a commitment to love and service, Riley's Army invites you to join us. Volunteer, donate, or spread the word. Together we can make a lasting difference. Visit RileysArmy.com to learn more. That's RileysArmy.com.
Spring is a great time to plant flowers, trees, and bushes. When planning your landscape, please keep in mind that you should never plant anything within 3 feet of a gas, electric, or water meter. The same thing applies if you have an electric transformer in your yard, except keep plants 8 feet clear of the front in case crews need access during a storm or an outage. Always remember to call 811 at least 3 business days before you dig to avoid underground lines. This important safety message is from your neighbors at Greenville Utilities.
Are you tired of dealing with IT headaches? Does this sound familiar? Slow computers, constant crashes, long wait times for IT support, and worries about cybersecurity. If you're nodding your head, it's time to call cybersharks.net. We handle IT so you can focus on growing your business. Fast, reliable, and always there when you need us. Call 321-7800 today and get IT support that actually works. Cybersharks.net. We keep your business swimming.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in the NC. Open at noon 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy sports trivia with me, Clip Rock, every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's live local acoustic night, along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a brand new lineup with Singo starting at 8, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. Finish the weekend with free games and DJ Kid Scene.
Y'all come get bucked up.
This is Martin Truex Jr., and as a NASCAR Cup Series champion, I love one-stop shopping. When I need fresh tires or fuel during a race, my pit crew takes care of everything. Off the track, I have an auto owner's independent agent. They handle all my insurance in one place: car, home, life, and business. Get your own pit crew and find a local agency with auto owner's insurance.
This is Jeff Gibson with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
It seems like places are giving you less and less food these days.
Yes, Mama, it's called shrinkflation. Oh, shrinkflation, that's just another word for robbery. But this is shackflation. What? Dang, that's huge. Extra pepperoni, extra cheese on that thing.
Hey, Pirate fans, Papa John's is the MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and get a Shackaroni pizza for only $12.99. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates.
This is Holton Naylor from my friends at Anson Belts, the belts that I wear. Go to ansonbelt.com to find micro-adjustable holeless belts with over 30-plus options of a 1/4 inch apart instead of your typical 5 holes 1 inch apart, always giving you the perfect fit every time. If your waist fluctuates, Anson Belt is great because you can always find the perfect fit any time of the year. AnsonBelt.com. Over 10,000 combinations to choose from, a belt for every occasion, and the official belt of the Holton Naylor Show.
I'm Michael Vaughn with East Coast Grading and Utilities. Many of you know my dad, David Vaughn, and his work in putting in subdivisions all over Pirate Nation. But East Coast Grading and Utilities is not just for those type of big jobs. We're here for the homeowners. Whether it's concrete, driveways, hauling rock, or sand, whatever you need, East Coast Grading and Utilities can get the job done. Call us at 252-531-7494 or check us out on Facebook at East Coast Grading and Utilities.
This is Parker Bird from ECU Baseball, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Tiebreakers is open every day at 11 a.m. and is the best place to watch your favorite sports while enjoying the best wings in town, along with sandwiches, appetizers, cold beer, and more. Follow Tiebreakers on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates. Tiebreakers with 2 locations in Greenville on Bells Fork and Greenville Boulevard, and in downtown Winterville on Railroad Street. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Awesome to catch up with Evan Kruczynski. We'll do a lot of catching up. Got Cory Scott later today. Got Charlie Hodges, Garrett Saylor coming up on the Thursday. As we continue on getting you ready for the Conway Regional. We'll do that coming up later on in this show with Kevin Brockway. We're going to do it the Brockway in hour number 3. He covers Florida Gator baseball, so got that coming up at 5 o'clock. But right now, we'll head back out to the Pirate Radio Live line. Joining us, former Pirate, host of the Holton Naylor Show, quarterback of the Arlington Renegades. He is Holton Naylor. Holt, how you doing, man?
Quit. Doing good, man. What's up?
Hey, last week we talked about your first professional touchdown. This week I'll ask you about your first professional touchdown pass. How did it feel to get that one under your belt?
Oh, it was great, dude. Feels good to finally get some reps in the UFL. So hopefully we continue to do it this last game, and then obviously this is the last game. So hopefully we can do it into the off season, and maybe next year get a couple starts, or maybe start the year. So we'll see, man.
Pirate Radio put out the video of that touchdown, and one commenter, Paul, had a question. We were celebrating your first passing touchdown, but he said, how many career interceptions does he have as a professional quarterback? Hey, great question, Paul. Holton, how many do you got?
As a professional quarterback?
Yeah.
I believe technically I threw one in the preseason. Technically I threw a touchdown pass in the preseason too, but man, Paul really got me there. That one really got to my heart.
I know you've been thinking about it all week.
Yeah, I saw the comment and I was like, dang man, Paul really shot me down there. So shout out to Paul for being and thanks for the support.
Are you thinking about retiring after that comment? I mean, just giving up football.
That comment, and I actually deleted my social media because all the hate that Paul was shooting me. And I'm deciding to retire from the game of football because of Paul.
Oh man, good stuff. Holton, I talked about this with Rahjai briefly, and I think we're airing this before I air the Rahjai interview. But I watched the Aaron Rodgers documentary last night, and it's been out for a while. But have you seen that by chance?
No, it's not. I'm actually got Netflix pulled up right now. Is it on Netflix?
Yes, it is.
Might have to watch that.
Yeah, and it's interesting. But in one part, he talked about, controlling the narrative, and there were times early in his career where, and I guess he didn't get a ton of hate early in his career, but when he started to get it, you saw him more on Pat McAfee, you saw him more speaking out, and from my standpoint, I found that interesting because we like to keep up with guys and talk to guys, and I think it does give fans and people a look at you guys as humans rather than just players. So you have your own show. You have spoken with us a lot on Pirate Radio. You're out there, and you've also received a lot of criticism during your playing career. So how much do you enjoy the part of, hey, you if there's a rumor or if something happens and people are speculating how you feel about it, at least now you can tell folks how you feel about it yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I've really enjoyed it, honestly. And I mean, look, when I was a quarterback at ECU, obviously you have to be a little more closed off. You
sure.
Can't be as open as you would be typically. Whereas I'm now, the UFL is just a little bit different. It's at professional football, you can be a little bit more outspoken. Obviously in college you have to protect the team a little bit. You can't always say what's on your mind. And I did have a lot of hate when I played, but also had a lot of people pulling for me. So it went both ways. I've talked about going through stuff, but at the end of the day, I think earlier in my career, I'd listened to a lot of people's opinions and cared. Being from Greenville and wanted to succeed, and the older I got, I realized, only the people in my circle really matter, and their opinion matters. And then ever since that, moment, or whenever I did kind of decide that, kind of midway through my career, it was kind of like, what, screw it, let's just go out there and play and be myself. And if people don't like it, then go pull for a different team, and if they do like it, then pull for me. So. And then look, I mean, I appreciate all the support, and honestly, I appreciate all the hate. And I said that during when I played, and people thought I was crazy then. But that's just, I mean, playing quarterback, you got to live that way. So I enjoyed my time. Comes with the position, and wouldn't change it for the world.
Yeah, I mean, you certainly handled it fantastically, and then came out better on the other side of it all. So you did a great job with it. So, and two, like Rahjai is great to talk to because he's a great teammate. But also when I talk to him, it's just like talking to a buddy, even though, I'm 20 some years older than Rahjai and I don't really know him off the field. We kind of have that rapport. So, because there are guys in the media, Holton, that are out there to get these athletes. And I totally understand that. I'm not denying that. But hopefully folks know here at Pirate Radio, and me personally, I'll speak for me, not for everybody here, but I certainly don't want to put you guys in a bad situation. So I enjoy when we can just kind of, talk like we're talking off microphone, basically.
Oh, 100%. I mean, look, Greenville has a good media group. I mean, I don't really think there's many. I mean, there's been a couple random ones throughout the years, but most of the core people there are good people and want ECU to succeed. And obviously, I mean, the people who have, made a home base in Greenville, and everyone knows around the community, want everyone to win. So, I mean, it's a win-win for both. I mean, if you can build a relationship, obviously I've known pretty much everyone that was interviewing me for the most part for years, by the time I even got to ECU, so it's just a little bit different. But, yeah, man, I mean, I think we got a good media group, and there's not a lot of places that can really say that pretty much all the media there's, looking out for people.
Holton Naylor's joining us. Holt, Knicks are in trouble. They lose last night. We'll be going back home, but how are you feeling? I guess the only game they've won in the series is the one you were at, right?
Oh, yeah, 100%, Cliff. Look, we're not in trouble. Look, the NBA called, and they said, we need good TV ratings, so let the Knicks win in 7. So we said, okay, we'll lose. We'll get down 3-1 just to make it entertaining, but they made sure to win when I was there, and that's what matters. And then if there is a Game 7, there's a possibility that I will be going to it in New York. So fingers crossed.
Awesome. Yeah, looking forward to the Knicks back at MSG. We'll see if they can make that series closer. Hurricanes trying to hang on. They stave off a sweep the other night. They'll be at home tonight, but they, too, are down 3-1 in that series to the Florida Panthers. Holt, anything else going on in the world of sports you're following? I know you're all about your Knicks right now.
Yeah, it's about the Knicks. I'm just kind of locked in on that. I mean, obviously, it's a fun time of the year for an NBA fan. But other than that, man, just getting ready to get back in town next week. So I'm excited about that. We got Raheem Jeter on the podcast.
Nice.
Drops Thursday, so excited about that. But, yeah, I mean, just a lot of things kind of getting ready for the season, too.
You know, that's a guy I don't think Pirate Nation has heard from, really, right? So that's yeah. Man, would love to hear his thoughts and talk about a guy sticking it out. And, yeah, looking forward to that. How about the Pirate baseball team, Holton, winning 4 in a row and going back to a regional?
Yeah, shout out to them. I mean,
your guy, Riley Johnson, man. Dude is incredible.
I'm so happy for him. He deserves it, obviously. I mean, people kind of realize that now, but he's really stepped into his own. And happy for him. You know, hopefully they make a run. It's, you know, I saw the interview, I think, that y'all had with Cliff Godwin. He was like, this is the team that has zero pressure now. So the team with zero pressure is, you know, the dangerous one. And we'll certainly be watching him pull for him, man. So I'm excited for it.
And we need to make an all-sacrifice-your-body team, and they're all guys that have been on your podcast or host your podcast. I'll put Holt up there for the dangling shoulder. R.J. Felton, who knows how many wounds he had over the years, and he played 40 minutes a game, basically. And then Riley Johnson, I even put up a GIF of Jeff Hardy jumping, like flipping through a table. Like he does that on every catch. So it's just awesome to watch you guys give it all for yourselves, your teammates, your school, and Riley Johnson's one of those guys.
Oh, for sure. That's what makes college athletics special is you'll remember guys like that, whether they go pro or not, or whatever, you know, whatever they do after. Like, it's what you'll be remembered for. So yeah, I'm glad that I was part of that, Clipper.
Yeah, you're on the team. You made it. Holt, we're looking forward to Raheem Jeter on the Holton Naylor Show. That'll be good. Go Knicks, and we'll talk to you soon, man.
Yes, sir. See you, Clip.
There is Holton Naylor's joining us on the Pirate Radio live line, and hope. Thank you, Shirley, for beeping his word about Pete. That was funny. Made for an entertaining moment. We'll take another break. We'll come back. More to go. Hour 2, Pirate Radio Live. Jared's gone.
I just realized I'm supposed to be running the video.
I was going to say, why is Shirley doing 2 jobs?
I'm like, this camera's not set up right.
And
Nothing's right.
Chandler's not even talking. Like, he's just in here.
And the whole time I'm sitting there going.
You did not. He said bye 4 times.
I forgot. And then I looked over. I said, where's our video producer?
And Shirley's got.
He's in Conway.
Well, get your ass over there.
She's got it.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
I'll be in there right after the break.
Okay.
Shirley, could you just host the next segment too?
Sure.
Why not just do everything?
Just do it all.
Fun. Look at Shirley. She's going crazy in there.
All right. We'll get to our correct spots. Yeah, she's holding the camera.
The OG3 for the rest of the show.
All right. Back with you, Pirate Radio Live after this.
Jeez.
You love U.S. Cellular Home Internet. It lets you do all your favorite things because it's fast, reliable, and affordable.
Switch to U.S. Cellular today and do the things you love with internet you love. Just pay $39.99 a month when you bundle with a wireless plan. And if you don't love it, you have 15 days to let us know. Built for us. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for U.S. Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Ottavola Market Cafe. Ottavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. want. There's something for everyone at Ottavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Ottavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Ottavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Ottavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OttavolaMarket.com. Ottavola, pirates supporting pirates.
Here with Brian Cook, the comptroller for Greenville Motor Company and Greenville Auto World. So many times people have problems with their automobile, and finding a service department that you can trust not to upsell you on something you really don't need, but to go in, diagnose the problem, and solve the problem.
Yeah, we're really here to pass along any kind of savings we can to pirates in the area. We take pride in offering a discounted labor rate compared to some of the other places, but give the same quality that technicians can provide.
Greenville Motor Company, Greenville Auto World. Try us, trust us at driveherenow.com.
Are you thinking about purchasing a new home? Stop by and see us at Integrity Home Mortgage at our new location in Greenville at 1420 Arlington Boulevard. This is Talbot Green at Integrity Home Mortgage. We offer a wide variety of loan programs to help get you pre-approved. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with superior customer service you deserve. To get started, call me, Talbot Green, 714-2076.
Talbot Green, NMLS 120331. For informational purposes only. Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender. NMLS 208516.
This is proud ECU alumni David Price of David Price Construction. As a leading general contracting firm, we specialize in commercial construction and renovation. Whether it's updating your office space, renovating your restaurant, or building a new retail store, our team at David Price Construction is ready to assist. We are committed to delivering quality, value, and customer satisfaction across all of our projects. So give us a call at 919-820-3612 or find us online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Go Pirates!
This summer, the Greenville Yard Gnomes are back at historic Guy Smith Stadium.
Hey there, it's me, Gnomeo, the Yard Gnomes mascot. You've heard of gnomes bringing good luck, right? Well, I'm here to bring you great baseball and tons of fun, too. We're excited to have a great team, including a few ECU baseball players this year.
Season tickets are on sale now, so visit yardgnomesbaseball.com to get yours today.
We'll have great food, cold drinks, and fun games for everyone. Come out and hang with your gnomies this summer and have some fun at the ballpark with us, the Greenville Yard Gnomes.
Chico's Mexican Restaurant is where the fiesta never ends. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's every Wednesday for shrimp tacos for only $9.99. Plus Wednesdays means all Mexican imports for just $2.99. Thursdays, enjoy your favorite beef, chicken, or vegetable fajitas for only $9.99. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
North Carolina State Parks is celebrating the 50th anniversary of Jockey's Ridge State Park, June 5th through the 8th in Nags Head, North Carolina. Exciting educational activities will take place, including yoga on the dunes, kayak trips, big canoe trips, a sandcastle building contest, and a horseshoe competition. All activities are free to the public. Special events also include a drone show, a concert by the Connells on June 5th, and bubbly toasts at sunset. For tickets and a full schedule, visit jockey'sridge50.com.
We better sight land pretty soon. There's rumblings of mutiny.
Pirate Radio.
Rumble, rumble, rumble. Mutiny, mutiny, mutiny.
The voice of the Pirate Nation.
I mean, on top of everything else, this ship is rigged.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. David Price Construction, the proud ECU home services partner. Call them today at 919-291-5532 or visit them online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Jamie says, why does Shirley put up with you knuckleheads? Well, A, it's her job, but B, she likes us. Right, Shirley?
Yeah. I think she does.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Yeah, most of the time I like you guys.
We're nice to Shirley. He says we should buy her something.
Like what?
We probably should.
Well, Chandler leaves me gifts all the time. He left me one here yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you the
recipient?
The prankster around these parts now?
I guess that's the first prank I've done. I'm not usually a prank guy.
I'm the prankster. I just haven't done any. I'm terrified of doing it because I'm scared I'll get in trouble.
You're more of a wankster, I would say.
Me?
I said Chandler. Hey, you relax.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You wankster. So no, but I do the thing where I pop out from behind a door or something to show her all the time.
He does jump scares quite a bit.
Sometimes when she's in the bathroom, I'll be waiting outside the door, and as soon as she opens the door, I'm just standing right there.
I hate that. Don't do that. But I like your prank from yesterday. Tell everybody what you did.
So there was a dead cockroach in the hallway.
Cockroach.
A cockroach. And I say it was dead. It wasn't.
It was on its last.
It was just on its backside.
It was on the highway to heaven.
Little legs kind of tingling.
Well, it was laying there, and I was like, man, look at that cockroach. And so when I went to pick it up, it was still moving. I was like, oh my gosh. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna throw this away. Do the right thing. I will throw her under the bus. So we have a sales assistant named Taylor. And Taylor said, you should mess with Shirley. And I was like,
wow.
And so I was like, nah. I was like, she'll freak out. And I was like, you know what? I quickly changed my mind. I was like, no, I'm doing this. So I went and put it right here on this is basically Shirley's desk. And I put it right in the middle there on the counter. And I left a note, and the note said, Shirley, help me. So, and I have the video, but I cannot play it on the air because Shirley cussed.
I did cuss.
She said, what the F is that?
I did, because I walked in. I literally walked in the back door. I've got my breakfast, I just took.
You're eating.
Yes, I'm eating my breakfast. I walk in. I have a mouthful of breakfast. And the first thing I see is this half-dead insect laying on my desk with a sign that says, Shirley, help me. And I'm like, who is the jerk that did that? I was like, because I know that wasn't Jonathan. And then I look, and he is dying laughing, and the whole time he's filming me and getting my response. And I will say, for being a new employee, Taylor had a lot of cojones to suggest that the prank should be pulled on me.
Well, she's never here, so she didn't have to deal with you.
I will say
that
this:
is true.
she definitely said it in a joking manner. She didn't mean it actually do it. But you know me, when you give me the idea, I'm like, you know what? That is a good idea. And she was like, no, you shouldn't do that. And I was like, nope, I'm going to do it. And the poor thing sat there for 10 minutes.
While you were waiting for me to show up.
Yes, and so when I'm sitting in my office, and you came down the alleyway, so I started to giggle when I saw your car pull up. I was like, oh, here we go. And when you walked in, I had the camera ready, and I got it on video.
I will say it didn't. I don't know if he expected me to be scared of it, and I was like, nah, this is nothing. My brother, many moons ago, when he was a kid, he had a pet scorpion, and I guess I made him mad one day. And he decided to retaliate by sticking said scorpion underneath the covers of my bed.
That's crazy.
So I came home from a softball game late one night, and I went to pull the covers back, and there's a nice little scorpion sitting in my bed. So,
well, first of all, great prank. Second of all, no offense, but people that have snakes and scorpions as pets, I worry about them.
Why is that?
It's a very odd life move.
It is a very, well, he was always is a scorpion a reptile? That's not a reptile, is it? It's not a reptile.
Don't ask
me. Is it an arachnid?
I don't know.
Is it an insect?
It ain't your normal pet. Let's just put it that way. But my brother has always.
It's a mammal.
Yeah, my brother was always one for odd pets.
Yeah, that's an odd pet.
Yeah, he had a scorpion. Of course, he had snakes for pets for years.
Go.
And I don't do. Those are nope ropes.
They are a predatory arachnid.
Oh.
Now, I
okay.
am a Scorpio, so I really
So
liked...
you're a predatory arachnid?
Some say. I liked Scorpion Sting when he was in WCW. So I've always liked scorpions, but I don't want one. I don't want to be around one.
No, they look scary.
They are not fun to look at.
But
They're not even
cute. Aren't they less...
They're cute?
They're not cute.
Oh, I thought you said they were cute.
Are they small, too?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're about the size of your hand, maybe.
Like, I feel like I thought that they were more... Now, they might be dangerous, but, like, they're smaller than I thought they were growing up. Like, I thought I was like...
yeah.
If I ever see a scorpion, I'm dead.
Yeah.
But now I think I could just step on one, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one
you
my
imagine if
brother
they
had
were-
was about the size of my hand. So, yeah, I mean, technically I could step on it, but...
That's a little too big for my...
But they got the claws and they got the stinger, which looks really cool.
Yeah.
Like, they almost like aliens.
Well, yeah.
What we think aliens to be, anyway.
Yeah,
you imagine
so
scorpions?
a cockroach is not going to make me
Right.
shaking my boots after that.
But
so.
it's a good, like... That shouldn't be there. Like, it's a good prank.
Could you imagine scorpions being the size of like lobsters? Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, it would be scarier in that case.
Yeah, but somebody out there in the world would decide that scorpion meat is like a delicacy or something. I don't know. Some people would
that's
do
true.
that.
I still love seeing like lizards on the deck and stuff like that. But I remember as a kid, I somehow was able to trap or get a lizard in a mason jar from out of the garage, and I was excited. It was going to be my new pet. My babysitter had an aquarium type thing to put it in. So she was going to bring that the next day, and I was all pumped up. But I had this thing cramped inside a mason jar, and it died before I could get it into the aquarium. And I felt so bad about that. I am a murderer of a innocent lizard. And that taught me, you know what? Just let the animals be. We'll take a break.
I was thinking most lizards that I've come across have taught me how to save, 15% on my car insurance. But other than that, been waiting for that one.
Wait, we're not taking.
No, we're not taking a break.
Oh, I thought we were taking a break.
We're way early for that. No.
Oh, okay. All right.
I will say, and I hate to admit this, I used to kill birds with BB guns.
Oh, so earlier, and I ignored this because I didn't think it to be true. Jamie said, "Sean playing with dead animals, that's serial killer stuff." You shooting birds with BB guns is serial killer stuff.
Like,
Eric M said, "Speaking of RIP to AC Slater's Salamander." I remember the name of that, and I remember the song they sang at the funeral. Oh, RT boy. Artie bit the dust.
And ironically, yesterday, yesterday, 33 years ago, was the infamous I'm so scared.
Jesse Spano got addicted to speed pills so she could
weighed
study.
400 cc's of caffeine.
She had
it's like Adderall.
She had the musical act with the girls.
Mm-hmm.
She had exams coming up, so she started taking them pills.
And she got a little too excited and then panicked.
Yeah. Let me see if I can pull that clip up. By the way, it makes me feel good. Zach Agnos did respond with a ha-ha thank you when I said congratulations. So he's not too big for Pirate Radio yet.
He is probably thinking, like, I wish this peasant would stop texting me.
God,
I'm trying to talk to Brandon Walker and Dave Portnoy.
Do I have to respond to this guy?
They're like, hey, Zach, who you texting? And he's like, nobody.
That would be fun to do.
I want to see Zach Agnos with Dave Portnoy doing a pizza review. I feel like Zach would take it so seriously.
Yeah.
Big Dog Entertainment says, I love that he can't just be Glenn Griffin. He has to be Big Dog Entertainment. Stringer Bell voice, y'all admitting to crimes on camera? All right, here we go. Let's see if we get sued for this.
Wait, what am I going to wear?
Jesse, remember? Lisa's bringing your costume.
Right, I gotta wash my hair.
No, there's no time.
No time. There's never any time. I don't have time to study.
She'll never get into
I'll never
Stanford.
get into Stanford. I'll let everyone down. I'm so confused.
I'm going to become a stripper.
Just calm down. It's okay.
You're right.
It's okay.
Everything will be okay.
Yeah.
I just need one of these.
Pills? You mean you really are taking drugs?
I need them.
Jesse, give me those.
I need them, Zach. I have to sing.
Jesse,
Here we go.
You
This is
can't
so
sing
iconic.
tonight.
Yes, I can. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so scared.
Oh man,
Jesse.
what a moment in television history.
Oh my gosh.
The passion on the screen, the lessons learned.
Do you remember, what was that called? It was like the ABC after school special,
Yeah.
where there was always like some movie that came on that had like some sort of life lesson that came with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what it felt like
I
when
learned
we
a
watched
lot
that
of
episode.
life lessons from Saved by the Bell.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I
Had the
did.
drinking and driving episode, Johnny Dakota weed episode.
Yeah.
That Zach taught me how to do schemes and, make money in high school.
I learned how to dance. If you sprained an ankle,
Yep.
you do the Lisa,
The sprain.
the sprain.
Chandler, what was the Saved by the Bell of your era? Like iCarly or something?
like iCarly or like
iCarly wasn't even a bad show. I actually enjoyed watching that from time to time.
iCarly because they had a lot of scenes in school. So I would say that there was a show called Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide that was on like Nick at Night, and that was pretty cool. That was taking place. Every episode was in a school, and he was taking you through like lessons, like tips on how to get through school in like middle school.
Speaking of which, speaking of TV shows, just random fact I found out this morning. You ever heard of the cartoon Phineas and Ferb?
Yes, I watched it growing up.
Yeah, well, apparently they are bringing back Phineas and Ferb with brand new episodes, and supposedly it is going to be even wackier than it was originally, which I loved watching Phineas and Ferb. I enjoyed it.
I used to know every word to the theme song, but now I couldn't do it.
Yeah,
It's
just like you don't know
climbing
how
up
to
the Eiffel
operate.
Tower.
Just like you used to run the video, and now you don't know how to do anything.
Yeah,
over here.
we're in the danger zone, folks. Jarrett's gone the next 2 days. It all could go to hell.
No, it won't. I won't let it go to hell.
Maybe Big Dog's here that he can help. But
No.
It is crazy. It is crazy that I trained him how to do this,
Yeah.
and now I'm asking him how to do things.
Yeah, he actually
It is
had to call
operated differently, though. It's operated a little bit differently. So
All right, real quick before we go to break, you want some football news?
Sure.
Is it good? Good news?
It doesn't matter to any of y'all, but I like this, but then again, we still got so long to wait for football, but it's cool to get OTA updates, I guess.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And this doesn't mean anything probably, but Mary Kay Cabot, who covers the Browns, says in offense-only drills at Browns OTA so far, it's been Kenny Pickett first, Dylan Gabriel second, Joe Flacco third, Shador Sanders fourth.
Oh.
And it just reminds me of the logjam hilarity going on in the Browns backfield right now. But again, that probably doesn't mean anything, but preseason is going to be very interesting for Cleveland. And who gets reps in games? What are the notes coming out of training camp with these quarterbacks?
Are they going to just do a quarterback a quarter? Like Joe Flacco probably not going to play.
Right. And I mean, is he the guy, or is Kenny Pickett the guy? Do you go with one of those veterans? Do you give Gabriel or Shador a chance to actually win the starting job?
Yeah.
And then from what we talked about earlier, does Aaron Rodgers play in the NFL in 2025?
I think he waits for the
last minute,
last second.
Yeah.
In Aaron Rodgers fashion.
It was crazy, that documentary, to see the similarities to Favre and Rodgers, because Favre did the I'm retiring, no, I'm coming back thing.
Yeah.
Favre was somewhat cold to Rodgers, and Rodgers said he would not be that way with Jordan Love. And so, and this is his perspective. I'd like to hear Love's take on it, but he was like, I helped him along the way Favre didn't help me. And he said not that Favre was trying to sabotage his career, but Favre famously came out and said it's not in my contract to help Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to say in public. But very, very similar career paths, and they both end up with the Jets. Now, if Rodgers went to Minnesota, it would be really crazy. But we'll see where he lands and if it is indeed Pittsburgh. Let's take a break. We'll come back hour 3. Kevin Brockway will join us as we talk Florida Gators baseball. Cory Scott on the way as well. We'll talk to him hour number 3. Got that and more on the way. Pirate Radio Live on this Wednesday. We'll be back with you after this.
Hey Pirate Nation, warm weather is here and it's time to get back on the boat. And at Stroud's Marine, they're stocked up with over 26,000 pre-owned parts. They got everything you need from propellers, lower units, trim units, electrical and fuel parts, and just about anything else you need for an outboard. Stay up to date with the latest deals, parts, and promotions by following them on social media. And as always, their mission is to save you money and get you back on the water as quickly as possible. Remember, they're just around the corner. Stop by the shop at 865 Rivet Street in Greenville. For more information, head to StroudsMarine.com. Stroud's Marine, your best source for salvaged outboard parts.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Parker Bird for my friends at Shimmer Boutique. New spring arrivals are here from all your favorite brands like Kinder Scott, Yeti, Local Boy, Pimp Shrimp, Simply Southern, and a lot more. Shop now at shimmerboutiqueonline.com and receive free shipping on all orders over $100. And don't forget, Shimmer is your place to get your very own Parker Bird shirt, available in youth and adult sizes. Shimmer in Greenville, Winterville, Jacksonville, and ShimmerBoutiqueOnline.com. Go Pirates.
Homeowners can face many challenges throughout this season, but our newest New Blue star, Dixon Williams, is here to slide in and save the day. Have a clog that's hitting a foul ball and nothing seems to be getting through? Dixon's fixing to get you flowing again. Feeling like your HVAC's in a slump? Dixon's sliding in to get your comfort back on track. Are swinging blind in a power outage? Dixon is delivering a power boost. So when problems arise, turn home strikeouts into home runs with New Blue, electric, plumbing, and air.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. Book today at aa.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American flights perfect for your next trip. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
Eastern North Carolina's Bourbon Authority is Greenville's premier American-styled restaurant. The Rick House specializes in handcraft dishes, and our bar features the very best in bourbons like Parker's Heritage, Knob Creek, and Jefferson's.
Big changes are coming to the Rick House. A new menu is on the way with great food, and it's the perfect atmosphere for a night out.
Let the Rick House host your next big event in our 2,000-square-foot banquet hall. It's perfect for wedding rehearsals, graduations, and holiday parties. The Rick House, American Provisions and Spirits, 710 Red Banks Road in Greenville.
Spring has officially sprung. Time to trade in those winter blues for blooming flowers, sunny days, and maybe even a new home. If spring cleaning just isn't cutting it and you're ready for a fresh start, contact ENC Pirate Realty Alan Tate to find your next perfect home. Buying or selling, now's the time to make your perfect move. Get started today at encpiraterealty.com. ENC Pirate Realty Alan Tate. We close the deal or someone walks the plank. ARG. Go Pirates!
Looking for bold flavors and badass deals? Get to Bad Daddy's Burger Bar in Greenville. Right now, the Badass Margarita is just $8. Yeah, you heard that right. Feast on the mouthwatering burrito burger, dig into their elote street corn dip, and treat yourself to the churro crunch shake. Wash it all down with BD's Amber Ale. Just $4 all day, every day. Or sip one of their signature cocktails, like Southern Peach Tea or Daddy's Dragonberry. And don't miss half-off appetizers the last 2 hours before they close. It's not badass if it's not Bad Daddy's.
There have been many changes in the automotive world. At Phelps Chevrolet, the Phelps boys are here to take care of you. Mike, Daryl, and 4 of Mr. Phelps' grandsons, Wade, West, Allen, and Clay. You see, things at Phelps remain the same. The Phelps team has served Eastern North Carolina for over 50 years. We make your visit easy and fun. We are your neighbors, and that's what neighbors do. Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville. Like Mr. Phelps' great-granddaughter says, come in and get you one.
Find new roads with Chevrolet at PhelpsChevrolet.com.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. NC Parks, North Carolina Parks, will be celebrating the 50th anniversary of Jockey's Ridge State Park, June 5th through the 8th. In Nags Head, North Carolina, there's going to be exciting educational activities taking place, including yoga on the dunes, kayak trips, big canoe trips, a sandcastle building contest, and a horseshoe competition. And all of these activities are free to the public. Several special events are planned too, including a drone show, a concert by the Connells on Friday, and a bubbly toast at sunset. Visit jockeysridge50.com for tickets and a full schedule. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Cliff.
All right, we're going to keep the baseball talk rolling here in hour number 3. Got Cory Scott going to join us live in studio, get his thoughts on East Carolina heading to the Conway Regional. That's coming up in just a few minutes. But first, we will have my chat with Kevin Brockway. He covers the Florida Gators for the Gainesville Sun. Had a chance to have an extended chat with him earlier today, get a scouting report on these Gators, and we'll hit that right now. All right, joining us today on Pirate Radio Live to take a closer look at the Florida Gators is Kevin Brockway from the Gainesville Sun and Gannett Florida Network. Kevin, we appreciate your time. How you doing?
How are you? It's good to be on, and should be some interesting times this weekend in Myrtle Beach, right?
No doubt, no doubt. Kevin, first of all, the excitement level right now for a Gator fan. Obviously, baseball, people are excited, but there's a lot of attention to turn to, you know, the fall football coming up, and also Alex Condon, of course, coming back to basketball. So I don't know, Gators sports interest are maybe split a little bit right now. How much attention and love is baseball getting from the Florida fans at this moment comparatively to football and basketball?
Well, let's not forget softball's in the Women's College World Series this week, so they're starting up. The men's golf team, believe it or not, that won a national championship two years ago. They're in the Final Four in match play. So, yeah, a lot of good going on. I mean, track and field traditionally does well this time of year. So, really, with Florida, it's an everything school. But, you know, coming off the basketball national championship as well, which was really a biggie, and obviously a little bit of a surprise. I think a lot of people thought that Florida was going to have a strong squad. I thought maybe like a Sweet 16, Elite 8 level squad. I didn't quite think it would, you know, be this much, but Todd Golden and his staff did an unbelievable job all season long. The pieces all fit. You know, Walter Clayton Jr. Became one of the premier players in college basketball, and is probably going to be a first-round pick later in June next month. And it all kind of came together for them. So, and obviously with Alex Condon coming back this week, I think there's a strong chance they'll be in the top 5. So baseball, you know, listen, traditionally the last few years they've been in the College World Series under Kevin O'Sullivan. It's been a little bit of a struggle this year. I mean, it was a struggle last year as well. I think defining roles, pitching-wise, for sure. But I do think that it's starting to come together now. They've won 18 of the last 24, and I think they come in the regional in a pretty good spot with a pretty good draw.
Kevin, before we get to this matchup, when I think ECU Florida, a little bit of history. About 10 years ago now, they met in a bowl game and then played a game in the Swamp the following season. East Carolina lost both of those games by 1 possession, very close games. In fact, the bowl game, it was the final game for Shane Carden and Justin Hardy. Carden throws to Hardy, intercepted by Hargraves, who grew up playing football in Greenville because his dad coached with Skip Holtz here at East Carolina. So some connections there. But were you covering the Gators at all when ECU and Florida met on the football field?
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know if I was necessarily at that game because I was more of the main basketball writer. But obviously, yeah, Vernon Hargraves I was very familiar with. And I do think that, you know, you look at ECU's football history, right? You go all the way back to Jeff Blake, who was played in the 90s there at quarterback. It's a pretty proud history there with the Pirates. And I think, didn't Will Greer's father played at ECU, I think?
Chad
right?
Greer.
He was a quarterback there as well. And Will, you know, spent some time here in the early going. So it's interesting, the connections between the programs. And, you know, Florida football, it's, very much like basketball. Their last national championship was in 2007 before this year. They're looking to get back under Billy Napier, and it's been an interesting 4 years. But I think there's a little bit of positive momentum in their 4-game winning streak at the end of the year. Their first winning season since 2020, and with DJ Lagway back at quarterback, and he had a little bit of a health scare, but he seems to be coming through it in terms of his shoulder and should be ready to go in time for fall camp. I think there's a lot of optimism, for football as well going into 2025.
Kevin, I guess I'll hold a grudge. I'm still trying to appreciate Florida football like I did in the 90s. I enjoyed watching them, but then I am a long-suffering Washington Redskins Commanders fan. That we've got some light at the end of the tunnel now, obviously, with Jaden Daniels. But when Steve Spurrier went there and brought in Shane Matthews and Danny Warfel, oh, my goodness, it was disgusting. And I've held a grudge to Florida for some reason for that for all these years. But, no, always enjoy watching games in the swamp. What a fun atmosphere, and looking forward to football. All right, folks, we'll get to baseball. I know folks want to hear about this baseball team. So we talked to Aaron Fitt, D1 Baseball, yesterday. He said Florida was the number 2 nobody wanted to see in their region. And man, I've just looked on paper at what they've done the last month and a half-ish with the sweeps, the beating Texas, the winning series 2 out of 3. They've just been phenomenal. What was the kind of lightning rod for that, Kevin? I've heard health. Did they get some guys back? Did they just kind of figure it all out? Why this amazing run they went on here late in the year?
Well, I think they figured out the pitching, and health-wise, they've really had some more bad luck the second half of the season. I mean, they lost Colby Shelton, their leading hitter, to a hamate bone injury. And then the final series of the regular season, they lost Luke Kamen, who was really coming on their starting catcher, to a broken forearm. So, I mean, they're still really banged up. And, during the year earlier, they lost Kate Curlin, second baseman, Kyle Jones. So they've really been snake bit with injuries, but the pitching has come around. And one big, in terms of pitching wise, one guy who returned to help stabilize the rotation a little bit is Pierce Coppola, the big 6'7" kid who was out from about March 1st. In that Miami series until about May 1st. And another guy that's tremendously stepped up, a guy I'm writing about tomorrow, is Aiden King. This freshman has been sensational. 1 earned run in his last 13 and a third innings, pitched 7 shutout innings in the Texas series in the rubber game on Sunday. He is really coming on, and he's going to be an interesting guy. I don't know if he's going to pitch Friday night against East Carolina, but I would gather that he would pitch Saturday in the game against Coastal if both those teams win. And they will feel pretty good about Aiden King going on the mound. Even though he's a freshman, he's got maturity that belies his year, works both sides of the plate really well. He is their best pitcher right now. Liam Peterson is the ace and the Friday guy, and will probably go Friday. But if I were to put my money on a game with a Florida pitcher on the mound right now, it'd be Aiden King. I mean, he's just pitching at a very high level.
How about the offense that we'll see? What are the most dangerous spots in this lineup for the Gators 1 through 9?
Well, like I said, the injury to Luke Kamen kind of hurt, and they are hoping to get Colby Shelton back. He's had a broken hamate bone. He's been out for about a month, and I think they've been targeting this weekend for his return, regionals. Although I haven't heard definitively yet as of Wednesday if he's definitely going to be back. But he would add something to the lineup. For sure, batting .377, 19 doubles, 7 homers of the year. You look at this lineup, though, they don't have that aircraft carrier they've had the last 2 years, a guy like a Wyatt Langford or Jack Caglione, who, by the way, is tearing it up in AAA with the Royals and maybe called up any minute now to the bigs. And, of course, Wyatt Langford is playing for the Texas Rangers, too. I wouldn't necessarily say they have that kind of a hitter in this lineup, but they've got, if Shelton comes back, they've got some good length. And Brody Donay has taken over the catcher role. He's leading them with 17 homers. Bobby Bozer, a transfer from USF, has been a nice surprise this year, batting leadoff. He's got about 60 homers, 61 RBIs. Brendan Lawson, a freshman who's played first and played third, and he's probably going to go back to his natural position at first if Shelton comes back. He's hit a little bit of a freshman wall, but was hitting the ball really well. 57 RBIs, 9 home runs. A lot more of gap hitters. Hayden Yost is a guy that can, has come on a little bit the second half of the season as well. And Blake Sear, the transfer from Miami, a little disappointing, but he can occasionally give you a double or homer. So I think they've got guys, 1 through 6, 1 through 7, that can produce a little more speed in this lineup than some past Kevin O'Sullivan teams, which could play well in regionals in terms of manufacturing runs as well.
Kevin Brockway joining us. Kevin, Gator fans spent a lot of money following that Florida basketball team a few months ago, so they're recouping some of that. Do you think, and you mentioned the softball World Series, it's a short trip for the Pirates to get to Conway, South Carolina to the regional. How about Florida? You think there'll be some blue and orange represented in the stands there?
I think there could be. I mean, it is a 5-6 hour drive. It's a little long. I would expect if they can, find a way to win the region and get to the Super at Auburn, which is more of a manageable 4 or 5 hour drive, you might see more Gator fans there than you would in Conway. But I think they'll have a representation. I mean, Florida, as a baseball fan base, they've drawn traditionally well. I mean, the new ballpark down there, Condren Ballpark, is beautiful, and they were kind of hoping, having their fingers crossed, that maybe the late run of the season they would host. It didn't quite work out that way, but I do think that they, their fan base does travel a little bit, and I think you will see some fans in the stands, but maybe not as much as East Carolina because it's a closer proximity. Yeah,
Kevin, I don't think we fully grasp the gauntlet that is the SEC schedule, and with Pirate fans and the group of 5 and all that, we kind of get tired of the talk. Heck, right now we're kind of happy the ACC's been put in their place by the SEC and Big Ten a little bit, but man, that weekend to weekend, that if you don't bring it every night, you see it in the results, right? Which I think speaks to what Florida did the second part of the season.
Yeah, they started 1-11 in the league, and a little bit of it was camouflaged by the fact that basketball was on this great run in March. So, but I think the fans that were back at Condren Family Ballpark in Gainesville were grumbling a little bit about that. And, they got swept by Vanderbilt at home. They got swept by Georgia at home. But really, another key piece was solving the closer role, because they had Alex Philpott there early in the season. It didn't quite work out. Jake Clemente, who, started out the year as a weekend starter, Saturday starter, has moved into that closer role. He's 7 of 7 on save opportunities. And that stabilized the back end of the bullpen as well. Luke McNeely is another guy that's pitching a little better out of the bullpen. Christian Rodriguez. So I think figuring out the pitching roles was one of the main things, because they've hit pretty well for most of the season. But you look back at, some of those series in the Ole Miss game, I think they lost one game 11-8, and, with aluminum bats, anything can happen. But I think it's been more, them figuring out, the pitching, the ability to hold leads, which they weren't doing early in the season with the bullpen, has been one of the keys.
Kevin Brockway joining us. For folks that want to know the enemy a little bit closer, Kevin, how can people follow your work and learn more about this Gator team?
Yes, GainesvilleSun.com, at Gatorsports.com, and my X handle, Twitter handle is at Kevin Brockway G1.
Kevin, enjoyed the chat, man. Maybe we'll do it again down the road if these two schools meet, or if Florida goes on another run. I'll give you a call and we can talk about that. But we appreciate your time today, Kevin. Enjoy the games, and we'll talk to you again down the road, man.
Talking about this tough Florida Gators team that East Carolina will face Friday at noon. We could use a Cory Scott on the mound on Friday, but instead he joins us here in the Pirate Radio studios. Cory, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, Clip. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. We'll get your take on it. Let's take a break, and we'll come back with Cory Scott, get his thoughts on these Pirates heading to Conway, South Carolina. Got Shirley Rhodes, the Chan Man, and the Pirate closer when we return after these words.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Go Pirates!
At Langley Contracting, we're superior roofing specialists. Whether it's a new roof or repairing your old one, we've got you covered. And best of all, we handle your insurance claims. We are locally owned right here in Eastern Carolina. We are licensed and insured and have a 25-year roof warranty. We can handle your gutter installation too, so everything is seamless. Call or visit us online at 214roof.com for your free estimate today.
Langley Contracting, your superior roofing specialist.
You know, texting while driving is dangerous. That's not new information. Yet most people admit to doing it anyway. Drivers are 23 times more likely to be involved in a car accident while texting. Know the facts and wait to text. The danger is real and it applies to you. Auto Owners Insurance, the no problem people. Information provided by Virginia Tech Transportation Institute.
This is Brian Smith with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
Looking for the perfect summer hangout? Swing by Fish Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room for our Midday Munchies lunch menu, just $10.25 Tuesday through Friday, 11 to 3. We've got 46 cold draft beers, a killer Sunday brunch from 9 to 12:30, and our regular menu every Sunday, noon to 7. Your new Sunday Fun Day destination. Enjoy live music every Friday and Saturday, 7 to 10 p.m., and follow us on social media for more events. Check out the Repair Shop game room with pool tables, darts, and more, or kick back on our dog-friendly patio with the best staff in town. We're serving up good vibes at Fish Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room all summer long, where good times are always on tap.
Tired of the same old gym routine? Rebel Fitness is here to change the game. Whether you're throwing punches, kicking it in kickboxing, or mastering MMA, we bring the heat with specialized group classes that make fitness feel like a fight you actually want to win. At Rebel Fitness, we're not just about lifting weights, we're about lifting spirits. Join a community of badasses who are rebelling against the norm and crushing their fitness goals. Sweat, lift, move, fuel, fight for a healthier, happier you. Rebel Fitness, where fitness meets fun. Join the movement today. Visit us at 3700 Charles Boulevard or visit rebelfitnessnc.com.
Hey Pirate Nation, warm weather is here and it's time to get back on the boat. And at Stroud's Marine, they're stocked up with over 26,000 pre-owned parts. They got everything you need from propellers, lower units, trim units, electrical and fuel parts, and just about anything else you need for an outboard. Stay up to date with the latest deals, parts, and promotions by following them on social media. And as always, their mission is to save you money and get you back on the water as quickly as possible. Remember, they're just around the corner. Stop by the shop at 865 Rivet Street in Greenville. For more information, head to StroudsMarine.com. Stroud's Marine, your best source for salvaged outboard parts.
Is your office printer on the fritz? Don't wait days for a repair. This is Walker Allen Volova with CopyPro, where we promise fast 3-hour service on all of your copy equipment. No need to press 1 for English for an overseas service line. All of our calls are answered right here in Greenville. Plus, we offer a free office printing analysis to help you cut cost and boost efficiency. We'll show you exactly how to save money on ink, toner, and energy. For reliable, fast service, call CopyPro today at 1-800-682-6558 and see how we can help your office run more efficiently. CopyPro, fast service, smarter printing, bringing more value to your business.
If you're looking for a delicious home-cooked country breakfast or lunch, look no further than CD's Grill. CD's Grill in Winterville has the best country cooking around. Start your day with CD's mouth-watering homemade cheese biscuits, eggs cooked to order, and pancakes so big and fluffy there's no way you leave hungry. Open Monday through Friday from 5:30 a.m. until 2 p.m. and Saturday from 5:30 to 11 a.m. CD's has lunch specials and an all-you-can-eat salad bar. Stop by, say hey to owner Jason Brown and the CD's crew. CD's Grill, 111 West Fire Tower Road in Winterville. CD's Grill, the best country cooking around.
Pirate Radio.
You know, if you're going to put your name on something, it better be your best work.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. They're open every day and have 2 locations, in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas. Country Mart, filling you up with great food and your engines with great gasoline. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, Shirley, we got a fellow Dolphins fan in the studio with us, and a Pirate great, Cory Scott. joining us today on the program. Cory, great to have you in. Let me start by apologizing to you. I talked to you the week before the season started and said, Cory, you want to come on and talk some Pirate baseball with us sometime? You said, yeah, give me a week or two to check out the new team and let me know. And I never let you know. So you've got a pretty big sample size to talk about now.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it. Thanks for thinking of me.
Better late than never, right? But Cory, how about the run this team went on? We didn't really expect to be talking Pirate baseball this week, but Cliff Godwin and company had other ideas. How about that 4-game run they just went on in Clearwater?
Well, Cliff, first of all, I thought we'd be talking about Pirate baseball right
You
now.
always believe.
And with that being said, go Pirates. Really super proud of Cliff. Super proud of the staff, the team. You know, they came together the last couple of weeks and been playing really good baseball. And, you know, we went down there in Clearwater and we got it done.
Yes, sir. And Cliff Godwin told me to my face one time, don't bet against Cliff Godwin. So I left the chances open because, A, Cliff, B, the talent on this team. But really, Cory, the best chance I gave the Pirates was because of the teams that have won that tournament in the past. You've seen like 14 win, Tulane win. The number 1 seed doesn't always win down there. So it was kind of wide open. UTSA had a great year, but the Pirates had as good a chance as anybody. And Mully put it pretty good. I thought they didn't really waste a lot of opportunities. When they needed to bunt a runner over, they got it done. When they needed a sac fly, they got it. When they needed a key out, they got it. They just played efficient baseball down there.
They did. I tell you, he's done it all year, but Ethan Norby, first come out, strike out 6 in a row. That really just, I think that started it for us. You know, that when he did that gave us belief that we could do it.
Yeah.
And I think we just followed those 2 innings all the way to the end.
Danny Beal's key going into it was early leads. Pirates did that 3 out of the 4 games. And how important is that, Cory, as a player and as a coach? You've been around baseball your whole life, but getting out to that 1, 2, 3 run lead.
It is. That's a huge thing for any baseball team, any baseball players, to get that off your shoulders, to be able to play with the lead. We always said work ahead, stay ahead, so that's what we did, and we came out on top.
Man, Ethan Norby, great performance. Brad Pruitt came in a key situation in Game 2, winning extended innings there. Man, Ethan Young and his performance all year and in the tournament, you had a lot of different heroes. We'll talk about the pitching side because I wanted to ask you, Jake Hunter came in, got 2 big innings of work in Game 3, I want to say, came back for Game 4, and basically after it said he was gassed and walked a couple of guys. But can you kind of relate to that when you get into those extended innings when you're pitching a lot of games and you just don't have your A stuff?
I can, and I'll tell you, first off, I got the opportunity last year during the summer when I worked the pitching catching camps and the youth camps for Cliff. I got a chance to be with Jake Hunter, 3 weeks out of the summer. What a stud.
Yeah,
what a great dude. Really super proud of him and everything he did.
Heck, we didn't know he'd be pitching right now.
We really didn't. We really didn't, Cliff. And I tell you, when Jake puts you on his shoulders like that, that opens up the door for our freshmen to be able to step up too, and to be able to see a senior lead like that, it just really helps out the whole staff.
Do we have enough arms, Cory, to get through a regional? And a couple of names we haven't mentioned yet that are going to be key, Lance Williams and the kid, Sean Jenkins, who really showed up.
Sean Jenkins, man, what a great freshman pickup we got. He did outstanding. He put the team on his shoulders the last game, and he really did good. To answer your question, yeah, we have enough arms. We've been pitching them all year, so that's a plus for us. I don't think there's many pitching staff that can say that they have the experience that our staff does, and that's a good thing, So
that's a good point. We went from kind of inexperience to experience,
absolutely,
just from February to now, right?
Yeah, it's a difference when you're a freshman in August and when you're a freshman now.
Now, yeah.
You're not really a freshman anymore. It's time to stand up and be who you are.
Johnny Stats is great with the stats, but he has 2 non-baseball questions for Cory. He says, first, are you the most accomplished athlete in the history of Knott's Island? Tell us about your upbringing. Where are you from, Cory?
Well, for those of you that don't know, you have to ride a ferry to get there. So I rode a ferry to school every day.
Wow.
From 7th grade to 12th grade. But, I had a running mate named Alan Lawrence who I grew up with, and his son just signed a letter of intent to play at Mount Olive. So I'm really proud of him.
Very cool.
I'm really proud of that. But But yeah, to say I'm the most accomplished from Knott's Island, I don't know about that work wise, but as an athlete, I feel
You're
like
up there.
I am. Yeah, I feel like I am.
And he asked, how long was the commute to Currituck County High School?
Yeah, 45-minute ferry. That's
damn.
Had to get on it every morning at 7 and get on it every afternoon at 5:30 to get home. So
I know if you have a routine to school to work, it feels normal to you. Did that ever feel normal? that's
actually,
wild.
Yeah, it did feel normal.
Yeah.
So every day playing baseball growing up, every summer, every winter, my brother, I have a 4 years older than me brother, and I had to do it while he was playing, 2 different sports, and I played football, basketball, baseball. So
Yeah.
it was life.
That's awesome. Cory Scott joining us. Cory, back to this current team and the Bats, man. And we like our local kids. We like the Eastern North Carolina boys. And how about Braden Burris? And I'll tell you this, before the season started, a week or two before, Brian Bailey had Jeff Palumbo on the show, and this was off the air, but I'll share it. But they're kind of going through some things, and Bailey says, all right, who are some of the new guys? And Palumbo said, man, this Burris guy, he's a scrappy kid. You'll love him, man. He's kind of Lane Hooverish in the way he plays. And he said, we got to find a spot for him. We got to get him on the field in some way, some fashion. And he's become a fan favorite, Cory, because the way he plays and the numbers he put up.
I'll tell you, Braden had an outstanding year, and to be a walk-on, that's a movie in the making. You know what I mean? To be where Braden is now and where he started is just a great accomplishment for him. But you know what? He had a great mentor, Riley Johnson. Senior, plays a lot like Burris. Hopefully Burris ends up as good as Riley is out there in the outfield. But just to be able to be what he is from where he started to now, super, super proud of him. That's awesome. How
tough is it for guys like Jake and Riley, Cory, dealing with the injuries they've dealt with in their baseball careers and now on the other side of it, performing?
It's tough, Cliff. I got goosebumps right now just being the senior, being the one you want to be and all you want to be out there as a senior.
Yeah.
And to be hurt and on the sidelines when all you can do is really cheer. It's a lot to go through as a person, as a player. But you know what? Those guys did it with pride, and they wore that East Carolina jersey the way it's supposed to be worn, and they should have a lot to be proud of.
And look, as this team is struggling throughout the year, we're asking kind of, where are the Hoovers? Where are the Danny Beal? We've had such great leaders on these teams throughout the years. Who's going to step up? Is it Dixon? And we knew it would be Riley, but in and out of the lineup, it's tough. Yeah, he can lead from the clubhouse. He can lead from the dugout, but when he's not on the field, it really takes something away. But, man, when he's out there diving around, Ethan's still young. He's a sophomore, but like you said, when he's coming off the mound firing, that does wonders to a team, right?
It does, absolutely. The way Ethan carries himself, the way the way he carries himself, the way he pitches, the way he plays, his emotion is something that those kids get to look up to. And I'll tell you, the silent leader out there also that I see a lot of, think a lot of, is Irby.
Okay.
Irby's done a lot with his bat.
Yeah.
He's played first base, pretty much all year. And to be a freshman too, he's done a lot as a freshman.
Yeah, good to point him out. And while we're naming names, how about the catcher position with Walker Barron, and then what John Collins was able to do. Welcome back, John Collins, I guess.
Yeah, Big John. He's the silent leader. You have the emotional people, and you have the silent leaders like Big John, who just always does the right things the right way. And he's another one you can talk about being a leader on that team. It's just he's been fun to watch. He's been a pleasure to root for, and as a Pirate alumni, I'm really, really glad that John got his opportunity to play at East Carolina.
Cory Scott joining us. Cory, one team we are familiar with in this region, of course, is Coastal Carolina. Saw them here for 3 earlier in the year. Had the epic Ethan Norby night in a 7-0 victory, and then lost 9-1, and then a tight one on Sunday, 4-3. So we know about Coastal. What do you remember about that team when they rolled in here?
The first night we saw them play here, Cliff, it was a record-setting night.
Yeah.
Ethan went out and he did his thing, and that's just like when I started off talking about Ethan in the tournament. He just sets the tone. I think we're a different team than we were when we played Coastal Carolina. So I don't think you're going to see a 1-9 ball game or that Sunday we had them. We lost 4-3, I think, in the 10th, but I think we're a different team now, and we're going to carry ourselves like it.
Corey Scott joining us. Aaron Fitz said this is not your kind of typical hit it around the park Coastal team. They got a lot of good pitching this year, and traditionally they've been a chirpy bunch. Is that still the same this year, Corey?
Yeah, it is. They're hosting for a reason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're a good team. They're coached very well, and they've always been a little chippy, but that's what teams do when you carry a chip on your shoulder.
How about you when you pitched, Corey?
I never said a word, Clip.
Never said a word. Luckily, there weren't as many camera phones and stuff, too, so maybe we can't, find evidence of you saying anything.
Yeah, for those that know me, no, I never said a word out there.
Well, I've heard you say stuff after your baseball career, that's for sure. But no, that's kind of part of it, too, though. That Jack, some guys will go out there and really not say anything. Some need that kind of talk to get into a game and stuff, right?
Yeah, it's the bulldog mentality. You want to go out there and, like I coached Little League for all those years and just used to tell those kids, when you step on that mound, you tell everybody that's my mound, and that's the way I carried myself and that's the way I did things. And, that's I like watching that kind of thing. I like watching the Ethan Norbys.
Absolutely.
I like watching that emotion, that intensity. It means a lot to me, and I think it's the way East Carolina is.
Speaking of Cory coaching and got another Scott coming up the ranks, you said you won't be in Conway because your boy will be playing. You want to brag on him a little bit?
Yeah. He had a great year. He's sophomore at Conley, and he carried himself very well. He's a great student, a great kid, and I'm just super proud of him, Clip. I really am. And he kind of carries a chip on his shoulder, and I like the way he's working hard. He's doing the right things. He's making good decisions, and I'm super, super proud of him.
And where's he playing this weekend?
He is playing, I think, in Lee County and in Terry Sanford. So,
the Canes, you said?
Yeah, he's playing with the Canes, and I'm sorry I won't be at Coastal, Cliff, but I'll see you in Omaha, brother.
There you go. Corey's got bigger plans. But no, that's awesome too. Learning more about these Florida Gators. Just had Kevin Brockway on the show, covers them. And man, Corey, I don't know how much you've looked into them, but what they've done the last month and a half has been pretty incredible. You understand that SEC Gauntlet that they play in, and for them to win the series they've won, to get those sweeps, go to Texas, who's I think the number 2 overall seed, win there. So they are hitting their stride at the right time, and kind of seem to be a good overall team, pitching and hitting.
SEC is just a different animal. When you look at who's hosting and who's in the regionals, and there's a lot of SEC schools up there. So to be at the bottom of the SEC is not too bad. But I think we can play with them. I know they've got a couple of injuries in the lineup.
Yeah.
I think the Heyman kid was all SEC first team, but I don't think he's going to be able to play. So, hopefully we go in with a chip on our shoulder and we show him who we are.
And the Pirates being the 3 will be the road team, an opportunity to hopefully get the bats going early. And Corey talked about how important it is to get off to a good start. Do we have enough kind of veterans on this team? You mentioned Irby earlier. A lot of guys are going to be seeing a regional for the first time. So, you worry about that at all?
No, it depends, Clip. I tell you, Dixon, we as Dixon goes, we go.
Yeah.
So he's got to be the leader out there, and along with Riley and Jake Hunter on the mound, and those guys can get it done, and we're going to do what they do. Colby Wallace has had a outstanding year. He's awesome at third base. And
talk about a nice guy and a quiet leader. Colby rarely says anything.
Yeah, and he's so good.
Yeah,
he's so good, Clip, and he's really fun to watch. He shows an emotion every once in a while. And
when guys like that show emotion, it really fires you up because he's so quiet.
When Colby's showing emotion, it's time. It's go time.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. So you bring up a good point with Dixon. Like, he's certainly not afraid of the lights. We're still thinking about that home run against Wake Forest and that moment. And so he needs to lead. Obviously, Riley's been through the wars in these games. Ethan's got a little taste of it. So you've got some guys that have been in the big moments like this.
Yeah, we do. And I don't think we're going to be scared of the lights. I think we're going to be ready to go. I really do.
And the manager won't be scared of them.
He's not scared of nothing.
How is Cliff similar? Is he any different in all, Corey, now in his as a manager as he was a player back then?
I'll tell you, Cliff, a funny story. A few years ago, Cliff asked me to do the baseball banquet speech, and I was very honored that he did that. And I asked him when he said, "Corey, I want you to go give the baseball speech, and I want you to really tell it." I said, "Cliff, you want me to tell it all?" And he said, "Maybe not all of it." But yeah, Cliff he's always been the way he is, man. Behind the plate, I was able to pitch to him, and if I didn't do something right, Cliff told me I was not doing it right. And that's the way he is now. But he's a fighter. He's a believer, and I'm gonna tell you, for all you haters out there, he loves East Carolina University, and he's the right person in the right spot.
Johnny says, I can't see anyone ever challenging Corey's 22 saves in a season. Nobody has come close. We're lucky Cliff didn't put Zach Agnos at close early in his career, but the way baseball is now, Corey, I would agree. First of all, you got to be an elite closer on a really good team to get to 22. But now that the way it is, I don't know if that number is going to be touched.
Yeah, well, first off, hats off to the team that I had.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about Eric Backins and Nick Snobble and Cliff and Clayton McCullough and Chad Tracy and John Williamson. And
damn, that's some names.
All I had to do was softball pitch up there. They did it all behind me. But yeah, to be 5-0 and 22 saves in a season is a lot to say about our team and what we had. But it was an honor to go out there and do what I did.
Man, that's some dogs right there, man. That's how about what Clayton's doing right now?
Man, so proud of him.
Absolutely.
Just representing East Carolina, representing Greenville. Greenville kid, and he's doing great things. And I just love seeing him on TV. I loved seeing what he does with those guys. I don't know if you saw the clip of. When they got their Dodgers rings, and to have Shohei and
the respect they showed
Freddie
to Clayton
Freeman
was amazing.
And Mookie Betts to be able to do that for Clayton, it shows you.
And you got them young Marlins seeing that, like, man, this guy's the real deal.
He's the real deal, and he's young and he's doing his thing, and Clayton, we're so proud of you, buddy.
No doubt. Cool to see a Pirate helping him out get some wins. Connor Norby doing a great job. And I talked to you off the air about Zach Agnos. And, man, how about his rise, Corey? I mean, and how tough it is to make it. And we talked to, Evan Kruczynski, who was in AAA and kind of knocking on that door and couldn't get it. Now he's out of baseball. That journey to the big leagues is tough, and it shows you how great, I guess, Zach Agnos is doing.
Well, it's work ethic, and it was engraved in him here. And he carried it. He's got 22 saves to reach, so hopefully he can get there.
Yeah, he's still got a ways to go.
Yeah.
All right, Corey. So, man, I don't even need to ask you. You always believe. I know I always ask Chandler a vibe check, 1 to 10. How you feeling about ECU baseball? You're always at a 10, but you really believe they can go get some wins here this weekend?
I really do. I think if the guys just rally behind Cliff and just do what they do, and play the way we just played the last week of baseball, there's no doubt in my mind.
Corey, man, you still live it. When I see you watching a game at the Buck or somewhere, tiebreakers, you're in the game. Or if I see you out at Clark or Claire or whatever, and I just wish. We have it a little bit with football. We have none of it in basketball, and I love ECU basketball. But the program, the culture that ECU baseball has built. The other sports at ECU should be envious of it, because it's almost like you're still part of the team.
Well, and they treat us like we're part of the team.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, there's really nothing like the Pirate Nation and the jungle. And, when you played for it and you live it every day, it's nothing like it. And it's such a special place, such special people, and they always believe.
Yeah.
They always believe.
Corey, appreciate you joining us, man. Good luck to your son this weekend, and you'll see the Pirates live when they get to Omaha.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
There you go.
Thanks so much.
Thank you, buddy. We'll
Pirates.
We'll do it again. Hey, look, let's go and win this weekend, and we'll do this again next week.
That sounds great.
We'll take a break, come back, we'll get our Fleet Feet rundown. Back with you, more Pirate Radio Live on a Wednesday after this.
Spring is a great time to plant flowers, trees, and bushes. When planning your landscape, please keep in mind that you should never plant anything within 3 feet of a gas, electric, or water meter. The same thing applies if you have an electric transformer in your yard, except keep plants 8 feet clear of the front in case crews need access during a storm or an outage. Always remember to call 811 at least 3 business days before you dig to avoid underground lines. This important safety message is from your neighbors at Greenville Utilities.
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels & Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gateway are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
Are you tired of dealing with IT headaches? Does this sound familiar? Phones, Wi-Fi, or email always acting up? Are you afraid of phishing scams, data breaches, or ransomware attacks? Every minute your systems are down, you're losing money. If you're nodding your head, it's time to call cybersharks.net. We handle IT so you can focus on growing your business. Fast, reliable, and always there when you need us. Call 321-7800 today and get IT support that actually works. Cybersharks.net. We keep your business swimming.
You don't have to choose between comfort and capability when you're behind the wheel of a 2025 Honda Pioneer 704. Rugged and reliable, it delivers the power you need on the job, the smooth shifting you want on the trail. And with Honda's exclusive quick flip seating, you get the versatility of seating 4 passengers or stowing the back seats for a full cargo bed. See the latest Honda Pioneer 704 today at Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11, north of the airport in Greenville. For your safety, read the owner's manual, wear a helmet, eye protection, close side nets and doors, and always wear seatbelts. Honda side-by-sides are for riders 16 and older.
Warm up with savings at the Beaufort Hotel. Plan your escape and save up to 20% off. The premier vacation destination on the Crystal Coast is nestled on 10 acres and overlooks the Rachel Carson Reserve, home to 30 wild horses. Discover why Beaufort was named the best small town for adventure by USA Today when you stay at the Beaufort Hotel, where your Outer Banks adventure begins. Visit BeaufortHotelNC.com or call 252-728-3000.
The biggest and best Memorial Day sale is on at Bostic Sub Furniture. Store-wide savings on furniture for every room, plus hundreds of items in stock with 6 months special financing. Plus, get a discount equal to 2 times the sales tax on beautiful living room, dining room, and bedroom furniture, or 60 months special financing. Sleep better and save on a new brand name mattress with up to 60 months special financing. Don't miss the incredible Memorial Day sale on now at Bostic Sub Furniture.
Here at the Holistic Company, we know that life throws you its fair share of curveballs, like passing that drug test. Congrats. Now you can finally relax, kick back, and, well, light one up. You've earned it. And whether you've had one of those weeks, or maybe your mother-in-law's in town and you're one passive-aggressive comment away from needing a vacation. If this sounds like you, then come visit our team here at the Holistic Company to help you find the perfect products to ease your stress and promote relaxation. Order our products online at theholisticco.com or visit us at 5th and Evans in Greenville or at one of our other 2 locations in Fremont or Smithfield. The Holistic Company.
Jimmy John's hot sandwiches are here.
Jimmy John's hot sandwiches are here.
Hot sandwiches are Jimmy John's hot sandwiches are here.
Hot sandwiches are here.
The pilot can't steer?
No, Jimmy John's hot sandwiches are here.
That's worse.
Jimmy John's new hot sandwiches are finally here.
Get ready for a crispier, crunchier, meltier, gooier Jimmy John's experience. Toasted sandwiches are here. Try the brand new toasted category or get any sandwich in the favorites category toasted to golden perfection. Jimmy John's in Greenville and Wilson and online at jimmyjohns.com. Go Pirates!
This is Carson Whistlehunt and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Ron Ayers Motorsports is celebrating 50 years of excellence. Since 1975, they've been your go-to for top-tier motorcycles, ATVs, side-by-sides, power equipment, and more. Stop by their 30,000 square foot store featuring Honda, Suzuki, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Hustler mowers, and Stihl equipment, all backed by Ron Ayers' 50 years of trusted service. Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11, north of the airport in Greenville, 50 years of quality, reliability, and adventure. And where do you find the best selection of pre-owned vehicles in Eastern North Carolina? It's DriveHereNow.com. DriveHereNow.com is a combination of Greenville Auto World and Greenville Motor Company, and is fully stocked with an inventory of SUVs, trucks, and cars. Get shopping today at DriveHereNow.com. DriveHereNow.com, supporting the Pirates for over 48 years. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Cliff.
All righty. Thank you, Shirley Rhodes. Got the Chan Man here, the OG3, hanging out with you on a Wednesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. I really like what I did here in hour 3. I had the Florida perspective, and then I had a completely biased ECU perspective because Corey Scott played here, played with Cliff, is going to believe 100%. It's a realistic biased perspective, but talking to Corey is different than talking to other folks because he really is, almost still a part of this team with his relationship with Cliff, with how close he is to the guys. So I love having Corey on, kind of telling it from the player's perspective. And man, it is Chandler, no joke, Vince McMahon special when you talk about the culture and the program that is ECU baseball under Cliff Godwin.
Yeah, and I was just thinking about it too, and it's funny you brought it up, but I enjoy talking ECU baseball with Corey Scott.
Yeah.
Out in public.
Yeah.
And I like talking ECU baseball with any Pirate fan, but when you talk and you're able to talk to a guy like Corey Scott, one of the best to ever do it here, and I think Johnny Robertson, Johnny Stats said that nobody's going to come close to his 22 saves this season.
Yeah.
But so to talk to somebody who played here and played with Cliff, play for,
understands the LeClaire legacy.
He understands that legacy and is really a part of that standard of a culture that ECU baseball has been for a long time, especially in the 10, 11 years that Cliff Godwin's been here. So it does feel like he's still a part of the program. And I thought it was cool that he goes back and helps with, pitcher-catcher camps.
Yeah.
And hung out with Jake Hunter. He's hanging out with current players, former players and current players hanging out for 3 weeks and talking baseball, teaching baseball. It's pretty special. So anytime I get a chance to talk, hey, how about them Pirates? What did you think about them? Talking to Corey Scott is always fun, and a great interview here on Pirate Radio Live.
We're going to do our Fleet Feet rundown, and Shirley passed along a note yesterday. Didn't talk about it on the show, and I'm going to try to get her on, another Conley great, but ECU soccer goalie Maeve English has signed a professional soccer contract to play in Greece. I believe, Shirley, did I read on the release this will be the first ECU women's soccer player to play professionally?
I want to say yes. There was a Saki goal. Saki.
Saki to me.
Have you been hitting the Saki?
I've been hitting the Saki. No, I meant to say soccer goalie. I want to say a couple of years ago, I thought had landed a spot
maybe I read that
on
wrong.
the women's national team. Not for the United States. I think it was for another country, but her name is escaping me right now. But I thought maybe she might have been just the second one.
Let me see what this says. Okay, yeah, I believe I did read that wrong. But congratulations to Maeve English, who will be playing, and I'm not even going to try to say it. Greek Division A side, so that's awesome.
Yeah, I just said REA Football Club, a Greek. But the stadium that they play out of, this is a relatively young football club, too. They've only been in existence since 2022. So this is a new team, but she is going to be based out of the island of Crete. So I just find that rather interesting that here it is, this Greenville native is now going to be on the other side of the world playing professional soccer.
Very cool. Congratulations.
It is. It's very cool.
Again, we'll try to get her on the program to talk about it. I'll tell you who we won't be having on the program. That no-good trader, Gary Higgins.
Oh, yeah.
God, I love Coach Higgins.
Man. He had to go to the pack.
He went to the pack. Let's
Gary Higgins.
Gary Hahn.
Gary Higgins, what a hire. What a first horizon hire.
What a great hire from the pack.
They got Gary Higgins.
Man.
Now, was he from Scotland?
Scotland. I believe so.
Yeah.
Gary
Hahn, what are your thoughts about people from Scotland?
and
amongst all the Scots here.
I can't wait till Gary Higgins moves on to another school so I can root for him again. Great guy. Love talking with him, getting him on here. But no more.
Nope.
Dead to me.
You're dead to me.
Golf news. Charlie Woods won his first career AJGA title. I don't know what that is. I'm assuming amateurs in there somewhere. What is AJGA?
Amateur Junior
Golf Association. There you go. Tailor-made Invitational. Good grief. Here's a mouthful. The 16-year-old son of Tiger Woods shot a 6-under-66 in the final round to win the American Junior Golf Association's Team Tailor-Made Invitational at the Stream Song Resort Black Course on Wednesday.
My goodness.
Holy cow.
That's a mouthful.
That's all one sentence.
I'm surprised they didn't tell you how many yards and how many pars were on this golf course.
That is a 71-player field that Charlie Woods won. So another Woods could be in the mix here.
Yeah, he had something like 6 birdies, I believe, in his round.
Shout out to me for saying what Mike Mullis was the dumbest comment he ever heard in his life.
He should be a wide receiver.
They were showing one of those father-son events with Charlie Woods. We were at Tiebreakers and kind of showed a close-up of him. I said, man, look at the size of that kid's hands. He should be a wide receiver. And Mully said, that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
That might be the dumbest thing.
He obviously has not been around me long enough.
Tiger Woods' son, Charlie, should be a wide receiver. What, instead of a golfer? It's like, all right, Mully, I was just making a comment on his hand size. Relax.
I do remember watching those like during COVID, like the like John Daly and his son, like Tiger and Charlie, and thinking, Mike, this 10-year-old kid playing at this level and having the mannerisms like that at that age, he's going to be special.
So, from what I've heard, I feel so. Earl Woods was kind of a demanding golf father, right?
He was tough.
He was tough.
He was tough on Tiger.
I feel like Charlie's upbringing is probably a little more fun.
Yeah.
Than Tiger had growing up, maybe.
Right.
From the outside looking in.
But yeah, because I mean, Earl just was,
well, he was
he
former
trained
military.
his son.
Yeah.
And was it was military.
Very
but
disciplined.
Charlie is getting the gene factor in, and then he's also being, I'm sure, trained by the best of all time when it comes to the game of golf.
And I'm sure it's probably demanding, but I've seen Charlie smile quite a bit during the, like, he's probably having a lot of fun being a great golfer.
Well, not just that, but if you've seen those father-son amateur golf tournaments that Charlie and Tiger have played together in, Charlie has a little bit of a, he likes to rib his dad quite a bit. I mean, he talks a little junk to his dad, which I find rather interesting and also rather entertaining.
Looks from the outside looking in a very healthy relationship.
Yeah, it does. It does.
But like, if you go back and look at some of those matches, like Charlie, man, he hit a crazy fairway shot, 10 feet to the hole, and it's a bird. I think an eagle. And when he made that putt, you could just see how proud Tiger was.
Yeah.
Seeing him hit, and it might have even been his first eagle, and you could just see how proud Tiger was. And at that point, you're like, yeah, that's the dad coming out in Tiger.
Some finals from Major League Baseball earlier today. Buccaneer Music Hall Scoreboard. White Sox win. That's
nice.
18-38.
Hold the phone.
They beat the Mets.
Brett's gonna be upset.
Brett, how's Brett doing? You text Brett at all?
I haven't texted Brett in a long time.
Text Brett and ask him how he feels
What
about
happened
the Mets.
the last time I texted him was on Instagram, and he replied with The first place Mets.
The Mets.
By the way, we're supposed to be carrying the Orioles game tonight between the O's and the Cardinals, and we just got word that it's going to be delayed due to inclement weather, but we don't have a start time yet.
Okay, so they're planning to play, but not at the original start time. Let's see. Rays beat the Twins 5-0. Any other scores of interest? Guardians knock off the Dodgers 7-4. That final on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by the Buck.
The Buck.
Brewers beat Shirley's Red Sox 6-5 in 10 innings. Canes tonight. Can they stay alive? My money would be on the Panthers because of what we've seen so far in this series, but man, I will be pulling hard for the Canes and hoping they can get it done.
Yeah, and I just really want to see this series go to 7.
I want to see them win a home game.
Yes.
You know?
I want to see Lenovo go crazy, but I cannot imagine Lenovo in a Game 7 Eastern Conference Final.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be unbelievable, but Hurricanes got some work to do. They got to win 2 to get there.
Got to win a couple more. All right, we'll take our final break. We'll come back, get ready to wrap things up here on a Wednesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after these words.
Roberto here with Orthopedics East, and I'm excited to share that we've partnered with Fleet Feet to bring you a community race series that includes 3 awesome races throughout the year, each one benefiting a local nonprofit making a real difference right here in our town. Starting with the Big Run June 7th, benefiting Ainsley's Angels, the Glow Run November 8th, benefiting Building Hope, and the Santa Dash December 13th, benefiting Riley's Army. To sign up, go to runtoeast.com. Join us in running for a cause and making every mile matter.
I lived with back and neck pain for 10 years.
I lived with pain for 10 years.
I lived with left knee pain for about a year.
I tried everything from pain medication to cortisone shots.
I did not want to go under the knife.
And then I found QC Kinetics.
Their holistic treatments fixed my back and my neck.
Their regenerative treatments fixed my knees.
Their natural treatments helped heal my knee pain.
Without surgery, drugs, or downtime.
If you want to be free from pain, come to QC Kinetics.
QC Kinetics, 252-645-6458.
Stella Artois is a world-renowned Belgian beer with over 650 years of brewing heritage. Stella's rich, full flavor and smooth finish is perfect for making moments worth more. Stella's non-alcohol option, Stella 0.0, offers the same iconic taste without the alcohol, ideal for those looking to enjoy Stella anytime. Stella, whether celebrating big or small, Stella is the perfect choice for elevating the everyday. Proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
This is proud ECU alumni David Price of David Price Construction. As a leading general contracting firm, we specialize in commercial construction and renovation. Whether it's updating your office space, renovating your restaurant, or building a new retail store, our team at David Price Construction is ready to assist. We are committed to delivering quality, value, and customer satisfaction across all of our projects. So give us a call at 919-820-3612 or find us online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Go Pirates.
Are you thinking about purchasing a new home? Stop by and see us at Integrity Home Mortgage at our new location in Greenville at 1420 Arlington Boulevard. This is Talbot Green at Integrity Home Mortgage. We offer a wide variety of loan programs to help get you pre-approved. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with superior customer service you deserve.
To get started, call me, Braxton Green, at 526-8260. Braxton Green, NMLS 222-3878. For informational purposes only, Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is equal housing lender, NMLS 208-516.
Overtime's Tavern is officially open in downtown Greenville. Whether you're craving a cold drink, hot meal, or just a place to unwind with friends in a laid-back atmosphere, we've got you covered. Join us daily from 11 a.m. to midnight every day, or stick around for our late-night hours on the weekends. Follow Overtime Tavern on Facebook or Instagram for daily specials and events, including live music. OT's is right across from the Sheets on Charles Boulevard in downtown Greenville. Overtime's Tavern, where every hour feels like overtime.
Hey folks, Kyle Gaines here from Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Washington, North Carolina. Breaking news. We have breaking news. Employee pricing plus rebates. That's huge savings on new Chrysler Dodge Jeep Rams. You heard it first. Big savings. Employee pricing. You pay what we pay. Plus rebates. huge savings here at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. It is also Jeep season. We have plenty of the new 2025 Jeep Wranglers on our lot. So it's top off season. So come check us out at WashingtonChryslerDodgeJeepRam.com. Drive a little, save a lot.
If you're hungry for a great steak with honest-to-goodness flavor, head over to Larry's Steakhouse, open Monday through Saturday at 11 a.m., serving up hand-cut, aged ribeyes, tender grilled salmon, bold grilled shrimp, and juicy grilled pork chops, all right off the flame. Pile your plate high with a 25-item salad bar. Try one of our hearty daily lunch specials. Larry's Steakhouse, good food, good folks, and a good time. Located at 2800 East 10th Street across from the old Highway Patrol Station. Call 751-6510 for takeout and reservations. Larry's Steakhouse.
Pirate Radio.
Ahoy there, mateys!
The voice of the Pirate Nation.
Is he calling us? No, he is calling to someone named Matey. My name is not Matey.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. It was a down day for the stock market. The Dow was down 244 points and closed at 42,098. The NASDAQ was down 98 points and finished at 19,100. And the S&P was down 32 at 5,888. That is your Wells Fargo Advisor Stock Market Report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now, back to the show.
All right, batters beware. Coming up Thursday on the show, Garrett Saylor, Charlie Hodges, Evan Voliva, 3 former Pirate pitchers to talk about East Carolina in the Conway Regional, and we'll relive some of their moments as Pirate pitchers as well. So excited about that coming up on Thursday. Appreciate y'all tuning in today. Have a great evening for Shirley Rhodes, Chon, and the crew. I am Clip Brock. See you Thursday, 3 o'clock, all new edition of Pirate Radio Live. Jeff Charles, take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the